was Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this matchup. I want to see this.
All right, they're all ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it out on Clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined by Oreos, Rex V, Merc, and Soldier. How you all doing tonight?
Doing well.
Doing good. R6 on Twitter.
Okay, there's literally no need to say that. Come on now. Anyway, we're gonna be starting off with Reciprocity and TSM here, and we're starting off with the bands. The Buck band coming out first.
Yeah, so the Buck band's pretty much a common thing against TSM. Achieved is really well known for his Buck play, especially with all the verticality on this map on all three sites. Really, Buck is a pretty useful operator. So just a target ban onto Achieve there, not really that surprising. And then the Maverick band,
yeah.
that's just typical Clubhouse stuff right there.
I can imagine we'll see like probably an Echo band just because with the buff how invisible those drones are. That I mean.
Yeah, Mira and Echo are definitely pretty typical,
Yeah.
but you never know. Could see something a little out of the ordinary here. But no, it looks like the Mira ban is going to come out here from TSM. So that just leaves probably one of the ACOGs is going to get banned, but no,
Ooh.
actually Valkyrie going to be banned out by Reciprocity. So both ACOGs on the board. Going to be really interesting to see how this one plays out.
They ban Valkyrie a lot.
Yeah, they do tend to ban Valkyrie a lot, but Reciprocity, when they actually played when Reciprocity played TSM on Coastline, it did ban Buck last time. They ended up winning that game 7-3. So the Buck ban seems pretty typical for them, especially against TSM.
Yeah.
Question: who do you guys feel like is stronger on this map, TSM or Rec?
I've seen Rec do
I
good
don't
things
know.
on this map, like especially against EG. I've seen them
Okay.
take EG to their limits on this map. They've got a good, like a solid hold for Garage that for the cash
Fox,
and
Fox
So
is asking about the paintball video. I did watch the paintball video, and I'm ashamed that Mark actually bought the $400 paintball gun instead of a pair of Yeezys. I definitely would have bought the Yeezys, but I guess paintball gun's cool.
So do you guys feel like this map is like Rec favorite, or how do you guys feel? Like I want to hear you guys vote.
I think Rec. If I'm speaking honest, I think Rec.
What about you?
I don't know. I think it's pretty even. Both of these teams are really matched up well. TSM, although they've been struggling in Pro League a little bit, in the 7th spot right now, I think. I'm not sure, but they definitely have a lot of potential, and they beat Rec 2-0 in the group stages at DreamHack Valencia, which was about a week or so ago. So I think these teams are really well matched up, so we'll see what happens.
I'm just gonna go with Reciprocity because I guess like they're like an OG team. I'll go with the OGs. Like Reciprocity has like more.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Yeah, and it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how TSM chooses to attack this site. They've got the Habana, they've got the double hard reacher with the thermite as well, so they could really go from anywhere here, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and Merc on the IQ is going to be a nice counter to Mark on Pulse, and really going to have to use his utility, as with the Echo on the board, the IQ becomes a really influential operator, especially with how invisible the Echo drones are. Merc's going to have to do a really good job here, making sure he can find that utility and destroy it.
Yeah, and it looks like he might spot out a few Valkyrie cameras, or maybe that's an Echo drone right there. It looks like it is an Echo drone, so Merc's gonna be able to take the first Echo drone off the board, not before he gets a little bit of a zap there by the drone Laxing, just toying with him a little bit before he actually takes the drone out. But about a minute into the round, Skies is still trying to hold on to the blue room hatch as he's playing that Cade. He's trying to wait for these pellets from Bolo to come out. But Bolo's droning everything out. They're doing everything right. They've got the Thatcher as well, so they're going to be able to trick this with the Habana pellets to prevent the Cade trick. Yeah, it looks like Biologics is going to be placing both Thatchers onto the Memorial hatch as it looks like the wall, they're going to be starting to make their attack onto the church wall.
Yeah, so it looks like they are going for a church push here, but the impact trick holes are set up right there by Mark, or maybe that might be a throw C4 over, but just focusing on the church wall right now is Team TSM, and so far it seems to be working pretty much, but already a minute and a half into the round, no picks by either team, so just making sure there's no roamers so far, and Fox A is going to impact trick that hatch there with the nades on smoke, so going to be unable to open up the hatch as Bolo looks through the floor here trying to get a pick. But it looks like at the bottom of the main stairs is Crusher already, so he will try to open up this church wall. Let's see if Reciprocity has anything to stop it. Mark the Shark is going to be calling out to his team that, hey, so guys, you need to get over here and check that wall. And he looks like he will get the Cade down, but Bolo gets a pick onto Fox A. So nice early pick there from the attackers. Looks like Skies will also be downed in the process. Or no, put on 1 HP with the wall open. So But he does somehow manage to get the kill onto Crusher there, and Mark with another one onto Biologics, so looking really good here to start the round for Reciprocity.
Yeah, and with only 45 seconds left, they're going to catch that rotate. That was just, I believe that was just Merc coming up the garage stair ladder. As it's going to be achieved, he's going to try to aggress onto this main wall. Does he know the Pulse is playing close by? No, Mark pops up with that scanner, takes the head right off of Achieved as the drops are going to start to come in through Memorial. Merc is trying to find these angles into blue, but the Jaeger playing it safe all over behind these holes. As Bolo, oh, he hits a nice shot onto Laxing. There's still 1 HP on Skies, so they do have the ability to clutch this out. Oh, and that Skies down. Bolo finds 2, and he's going to be a 1v2 now, all up to Retro to clutch this out if he wants to win the first round for his team, but the plant is going down from Merc. It's up to Bolo to cover. Can he find the last kill on this round? No, he's going to peek the wrong angle. The Jaeger comes flying across, but no, it's going to be Bolo. Picks up an ace. First round.
Wow, Bolo really playing very well there, hitting his shots onto the church wall. It was a nice attempt there from Reciprocity, but just with the pressure mounting and the wall open, as Merc says in the chat, we love Bolo. Yeah, Bolo really playing out of his mind right there, and off to a great start there for TSM as they take the first attacking round on Clubhouse onto a basement defense, so definitely a really nice attack there from TSM.
Yeah, it was looking like Rec did look like they're going to have that round, but they're just holding the wrong angles at the end and costed them the round.
How do you guys feel about like online Bolo from LAN Bolo? How do you guys feel about that?
I've never played on LAN, so I can't really speak, but just from what the pros say, it's apparently a lot different, so...
Easier or harder?
You can't really compare online to LAN, as online there's obviously ping involved, and that affects some of the peaks that you hit, and shooting C4 out of midair, just things like that, but... I don't know. Bolo hasn't really... I guess he has played on LAN as a coach, and then obviously DreamHack Valencia, but I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Well, all I can say, online Bolo is up to like a great start right now. So that's all you can say.
That was definitely a powerful round for Bolo to start things off here.
Yeah, because like the last loss.
Yeah, off to... Gonna go back to the same site and bring the exact same operators, Reciprocity there, thinking that they... almost could have won that round, which it really did come down to Bolo just kind of winning his gunfights right there. You can really do all the prep, do everything right, and then just winning gunfights is sometimes what it comes down to, and Bolo certainly won his gunfights in that case.
It looks like we're seeing a turtle strat from Reciprocity as well. It looks like they're going to have a 5-man on site. They're going to play that pulse aggressively on the church wall to stop the exothermic charge from coming out, but it's going to be interesting. No roamers are going to need to be cleared at all from TSM. So it'd be interesting to see if we saw maybe them switch to a more of a roam strat later on. So that way they could possibly catch TSM off guard. But again, we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, so it looks like TSM really making a nice efficient clear of the top floor, knowing that Reciprocity doesn't have any roamers. Just going to start to chip away at that turtle of the site, like you said before. So let's see. This time they... are hopefully going to be able to deny the church wall a little bit better with the Cade than they did last time, as last time Crusher was simply able to get down there and open that wall pretty easily, and with the Cade and the C4 holes made there that Mark the Shark is peeking through, it should be a little bit more difficult this time for them to get through.
Yeah, it looks like Mark is going to go on his scanner, going to go for the Nitro Cell onto Achieved! Lands it perfectly as he's placing down the breaching charge. The IQ just not able to catch that scanner as Merc is rotated over towards the blue stairs. So a nice start to the round here for Reciprocity. About half of it to go, and it's still going to be Mark gathering all of this intel for his team, and it looks like Skies is still holding on to the blue hatch, trying to stop these pellets or the thermite charge from coming out. But it looks like a Crusher is going to just drop into the Memorial room with both of the exothermic charges. So interesting choice there.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going for the main hatch again here, but running into trouble with the Cade on that wall. Gonna have to use another Thatcher on it. And it looks like Crusher will go for the wall here, as the main hatch is going to be opened by Bolo. So yeah, with the hatch open, that's going to provide them just more angles onto the site to take out the defenders. And the impact trick here is going to come out from Skies, and will be successful in denying the thermite charge. So gonna have to start funneling through the door here is Biologic, but he will be taken down by Mark. That's his second kill on the round. So looking good here for Reciprocity with only 45 seconds left for TSM to make this execute happen.
That's a nice shot from Crusher to take down Skies, as no more exothermic charges, so no ability to get through this wall, but the pulse is still going to be calling out, but it's going to be Bolo. Can he do the savior end? He gets the kill on the Fox end of the hatch, and he knows that there is an Echo in blue, but he goes for the Jaeger instead. The Echo is starting to push out of dirt, but Laxing playing it safe. Knows he still has a drone left to play with. He's going to try to deny this plant. But can he get the drone in time? He's going to try to get it through the rotational. He will deny the plant, but it's going to be Mark who gets another kill for himself. He's looking for an ace as well, as he's going to go for the kill onto the Hibana. He's going to take down Bolo, and he's going to take down Crusher as well. A second ace, so Mark matches Bolo. The double ace in 2 rounds.
Wow. Guy's saying Cade sucks ass in the chat, so
yeah, Cade does kind of suck.
Both players from the respective teams just kind of putting the team on their back there, really, as far as frags go. So back-to-back aces, that's definitely an interesting start. Never seen that before in a match, but that time the difference for me was the church wall was denied there by Skies with the impact trick. So with that extra, with the wall not being opened, it definitely forced TSM to funnel through the doors and drop the hatch, and just allowed the anchors to play much more safely in church than it was in the previous round.
But what a round by Mark.
To locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, so Mark the Shark already with 7, or was that Bolo? No, Mark with 7 kills, Bolo with 6 kills, and we're only 2 rounds in, so definitely putting in work for their teams, and it looks like Reciprocity will go to Cash Room and Logistics here for the second site. Curious that they're not going to bring the Bandit, but they do prefer to take the Kaid, as Bandit is typically known for juggling the wall a bit better, but Merc on the Capital should be able to deny the impact or the Bandit juggle, so maybe just reading into that a little bit. But definitely interesting to see the Cade being brought so much, and with the impacts too. Yeah, just really curious to see a lot of Cade being used. I guess with the recent C4 buff, maybe that's why Cade's seeing a lot of play. But no Echo this round either, so that's another curious decision. But could end up working here for Team Reciprocity.
Yeah, and it looks like TSM, they're bringing the Capital, so they're planning on trying to deny the Bandit trick, but again, like you said, with the Cade, it'll allow Skies to play that wall from a bit further back than normal, so the Firebolt should not affect him as much, but it looks like they're already starting to go for this wall. The Crusher's going to just place it on there, but he hears the Kaid charge go off, and we'll call out for that Thatcher, as looks like Skies still trying to trick this, but it will be a successful trick from Skies as he gets it off at the last second there. So only one more exothermic charge from Crusher, as it's going to be about a minute left in the round.
Yeah, and that's a big denial right there from Skies, as it's going to be more difficult to displace Mark the Shark in Garage, as he already used 1 Capital Bolt and the Thermite charge, so it'll be a little bit more difficult to force their way into Garage and get that kill. So Bolo here looks like he's just solo pushing the backside, but Retro here is holding down the flank. Capital right outside the window here could get into a fight, but he will use a second Capital Bolt, but Retro just going to go ahead and sneak on out of there. But no, Merc will get the nice shot right there onto Retro. So 5 versus 4, and you lose your smoke first. That's definitely not a good pick or a good start for Team Reciprocity, as the smoke is the best at delaying time when, or delaying plant when the time gets low.
Nobody's even playing. Oh, I guess Crusher's right above it, but I mean, Skies could possibly go for the run out here. I don't think he'll see Crusher on the roof, but it's going to be Bolo. He'll find a second kill for TSM in that round, but he spot the bullet holes on top of those cache stairs, as he's going to try to make a couple of crawl holes for himself to make sure he can get in through that wall. But again, Foxy trying to go for the run out here onto the Thermite of Crusher, but he's on his drone right now. He's just trying to find some more intel. The push is going to have to happen here in the next 55 seconds. As we've still got Mark inside of Garage, so he's got a good position. It's still a lot to fight through for us. Possibly looks like achieved. Might be just coming up the main stairs, but no, he's actually going to rappel up to that main wall, as Crusher's just going to crouch walk in and try to go for this plant. But is there going to be anybody to try to stop it? Laxing's getting pushed on main stairs, and it's Retro trying to fight the main wall as well. He's going to have to fight with the Zofia, but it's going to be a cleanup from TSM, a flawless round. Going to put them up 2-1 now on Clubhouse.
Yeah, so really well played there from TSM. Obviously a flawless round. It really looked like the pressure was just mounting from both sides, and it closed in on them. Really well played with the Capital bolts there from, I think that was Merc on the Capital, ended up leading to a kill onto Retro, and then simply just working the picks from there once they had their man advantage. So really well executed right there from TSM, and winning 2 attacks on Clubhouse already in the first 3 rounds, that's definitely a good start, as Clubhouse is typically a more defender-sided map, and you're usually expected to maybe get a 2-4 scoreline in favor of the defense, but already with 2 rounds out of the first 3 on attack, it looking better for Team Solo Mid.
They're looking really good as a team here. Wouldn't you guys say?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
they
pushing
definitely look like
everything. They know how to push everything coordinatedly, and they're definitely looking a lot better than what they did look like the first couple matches of Pro League. So I mean, I really look forward to seeing them play some more.
Yeah, they look like kind of like a well-oiled machine right now out of those first 3 rounds. Looking really good so far, and it looks like Skies will get off of the Cade here and choose to bring the castle, just trying to slow down the push there from TSM, as with Achieve being the only one really to take out the castles besides maybe Havana, it could help them slow down the push of TSM.
They're gonna, yeah. So they are switching off that Cade. So Skies finally doesn't have to play the Cade. So that's good.
Yeah, this guy's complaining about Cade earlier, so take him off Cade, put him on the UMP. So I don't know.
He just doesn't like the he doesn't like his gun, bro. That AUG can be pretty butt. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and the shotgun is a little hard to manage sometimes, but it looks like there is going to be, I think, was that Laxing and Strip Club right there? Not sure if he will be droned out, but yeah, it will be Laxing and Strip Club here. Could get a nice run out onto the garage wall if he so chooses, but I'm not sure if TSM is aware of his presence in Strip Club or if they have cleared the roamers, as I think this might be the first roamer we've seen from Reciprocity come out in the 3 rounds.
Definitely the first roamer is it's going to be Foxe, who goes for that nice run out onto the garage and takes down Crusher. So the Thermite did get the wall open, I believe. No, he actually didn't get the wall open, so it's going to be a closed wall for now. That's a big pick for Foxe.
Yeah, that's a huge pick right there, as the only hard breach left is Bolo, and it looks like the main wall will remain shut this time, as Bolo's going through construction as he did last round, so definitely a huge pick right there for Foxe to start off the game. Mark does have eyes on construction, and it looks like another run out right there from Blacksing from Strip Club onto Merc, so that's the Capital down. A really good start here for Reciprocity.
And Bolo is just getting pestered by this Evil Eye. There's no way that he's going to be able to push this. He's got the breaching charges, no flashbangs. He'll get tagged twice in the back, and he's going to try to open up the back side of what looks to be... is that Retro? Yeah, it's going to be Retro. He's going to get pushed out of his position behind that shield. So really putting an emphasis on construction are both teams, as that's the primary objective of the push for TSM. Is it's going to be achieved. He takes out the first kill, making it a 3v4 for his team, as he's going to try to catch off the Jaeger as well.
Yeah, the Jaeger is pushing his way up into Lounge though, so he could catch Achieve off guard here, and then yes, Laxing will get the kill onto Achieve, so a nice double kill, could be a triple kill from Laxing right there. Really well played on this roam, the roam strategy working well for Reciprocity, and it's all down to Bolo here. He's going to swing wide, and it will be a team kill from Skies there. So off to maybe a little bit of a rough start is Skies, and Bolo gets another kill and a mark, so now it's a 1v2, but Bolo on 1 HP. These goo mines could be the end of him, but can he manage to clutch this out? We've already seen some great play from Bolo in this match, and he enters in the 1v2. Laxing playing the bottom, Skies on the server rack here. Bolo does not have the diffuser here, so he's going to have to frag chase. Not sure if he's aware of the castle's presence behind the server here, and he's going to end up pushing him. And looks like I can't really see what's going on.
The goo mine.
Frame rate.
The goo mine.
Yeah, the goo mine was.
You can't even really see what's happening.
Dude, the frame rate is so bad. Like,
here,
for me,
you need me to fix it?
I just
Is it?
have the game sound.
Do I need to fix it?
I just have the game sound. Yeah, that'd be
you
great.
probably fix it. Yeah.
I'd honestly rather have lower quality and better frame rate.
Alright,
Like,
I got
on my
you.
screen
I got
right
you.
there-
I got you. I got you. I
It
got you.
froze up, right?
Yeah, it deadass like froze. Like I can't use in the doorway still. I couldn't even see.
All right, is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
That's better.
Oh, thank
That
you.
that round right there was Laxing.
Yes.
Great roam by Laxing that round.
Yeah, those runouts really denied the TSM push, and they just got shook up at the end.
They just fell apart after all that happened.
Yeah, the roamers, or the roamer of Laxing really paid off for them right there. Retro is going to switch off the Jaeger onto the Legion, so I don't think any nades have been brought out really from Team Solo Mid the whole game really, because Buck has been banned and they haven't really taken a sledge, so I think that could be a wise decision there to switch off of the Jaeger. But Going back to the basement here is Team Reciprocity. After successfully defending it previously, the denial of the church wall really for me was what allowed Team Reciprocity to take that round. So let's see if they can deny it this round as well.
I think the key thing that they need to do right here is getting open church wall. If they get that open, I think that they can have a shot like this in the first round.
Nah, the main thing that they need to do here is Skies needs to shoot the stupid jukebox. That's the main. That's the main thing. That's the main thing that needs to happen here.
That's the main concern. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like Kate is gonna be a problem in this round.
Yo, has it looked really shitty for you guys all match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys can just say something.
Not on Twitter.
I just can't say that. I DM'd you on Twitter.
Bro, just tell me in here, bro.
All right.
Yeah, on the screenshot. On the screen.
I'm not. I don't have I have nothing open right now. I have my Streamlabs open, and I have this open, and I have my Discord. Like I can see if I'm muted in Discord. That's all I can see. Everything else is muted right now.
Yeah, it like stops.
Yeah, it's a lot better now. I'd rather have lower quality, better frame rate.
Right.
Can you like forward a little bit more now?
Nah, this is the best I can do.
This is fine. It's pretty manageable.
Better than before.
Yeah.
It's way better.
I'm sorry, Discord just doesn't allow you to stream it that high quality. But it looks like it's gonna be
you gotta invest in Discord Nitro.
I do have Discord Nitro.
You're getting shafted then, I don't know.
They managed to get motor hatch open.
And a moto tag.
Yeah, so the moto hatch already gonna be open there from Reciprocity, and just trying to, looks like go for this church wall execute as we saw when they won their previous attacking round on here, and Mark with another C4 kill onto Achieve. This is almost mirrored of the other attack round where Mark also picked Achieve with a C4, so Mark really playing on top of his game today with the nitro cells.
And I believe that was a replay C4.
Oh, the Echo Drone's gonna stun him, and Retro's gonna swing wide, so that's just the power of the Echo Drone on full display right there, as Retro, with information being called out, this easy kill right there onto Merc. So in a 3v5 now, let's see what TSM can do to bring this round back, as it looks like the hatch is still unable to be opened, as Foxay will deny it with the impact trick.
Could possibly catch the head of one of the attackers rotating through here, as that's going to be the last Abana set to go off. Bolo is going to get a few shots in the rear end, as he's going to be put on to about 25 HP. With about a minute left in the round, they're still trying to make this attack happen on to the main wall, but they've got a lot to deal with here. Retro inside of blue, and they've got Skies also playing near the dirt tunnel, so he can hold on to the main hallway. So it's going to be a dangerous push for TSM, but they're going to have to win their gunfights if they want this to happen. And Line's going to come flying through as Crusher tries to take it out. Skies will take the long shot onto Bolos, making this a 2v5 situation as we reach about 30 seconds of the round, but it's going to be Biologics that gets the kill as he saves Crusher from death. He is going to be downed off, though, but the impact will go off, and that's going to be Skies to clean that up, so it's going to make this a 1v4 for Biologic. He won't even get past Skies. What a round from the defense of Reciprocity.
Yeah, again there, as you saw, unable to open up church wall was TSM, and just having to mainly funnel down the stairs, is I don't even think they got the hatch open either, so
no.
Really good job right there coming out from Team Reciprocity, being able to use their utility to prevent the walls from being opened, and that's now the second round in a row for Reciprocity. It looks like they are really starting to pick up their defenses, but gonna have to go to the tertiary site here onto Gym Bedroom. Mozzie gonna come out here from Laxing, so just trying to deny some of that intel, maybe take another deep roam into Strip Club or something, but the Mozzie could definitely help with the info gathering, and it looks like Mark will switch off of the Jaeger onto the Legion, so no Jaeger here again, and I think TSM has run an identical lineup every single time, so definitely working like a machine almost. They're just doing the same thing over and over again, and a little bit more flexibility coming out from Team Reciprocity, and it's ended up working for them. Their last few defensive rounds were successful.
Yeah, I think the IQ should have used their scanner there before going fully into blue, trying to commit a push into Retro. And I think him getting echoed was a big factor to why he lost that gunfight. I also think he needs to start helping his teammate Kitchen, because he's gotten C4 2 times there when they went that site.
Yeah, the Pulse C4 really super effective right there, but could be a little bit unlucky there for Achieved, as or just well played from Mark. But on this third site here with no Jaeger, it will be relatively easy for them to open the castle on the Jacuzzi wall, as it looks like Skies will be on the Bandit this time, going to be in charge of denying the Jacuzzi wall for Team Solo Mid. And it looks like they're going kind of for a split push as 3 of them spawn on the west side, 2 of them on the east. So I'm not sure. Are there any roamers for Reciprocity? Looks like there is one in cash. Is there a hold over there? And Retro playing the main stairs. So yeah,
they've got it all
Laxing on the
reinforced
Mozzie
over here.
Yeah, so not wanting to give up cash as easily is going to be Reciprocity going to make Crusher have to try to get this wall open. Bandit's actually on the other side of the map right now, so he could open this wall pretty simply with just a Thatcher if he wanted to. And it looks like Crusher will do just that, as Sky's going to go and focus on the Jacuzzi wall, as that's typically more of the main contention point of Gym Bedroom, and that's where most pushes tend to come out from.
Yeah, about a minute left in the round. They've still got these players inside of cash to worry about. Laxing is playing the window, and Mark is trying to pull down this main thermite wall. But they're going to have to win their gunfights here or just try to rotate out, as they're wasting a lot of time here and a lot of drones from TSM, as they're going to waste 2 more to try to clear them out. But again, Laxing is just holding on to cash door, as it's going to be Mark. He rotates back into the construction. Laxing is actually going to go down below and could possibly go for the nitro but he actually is bringing the barbed wire. So that's going to be a full fallback from cash, as they wasted a whole half the round and didn't lose a single point of HP from it.
Yeah, so a minute and 30 seconds burned is obviously a really good thing for Team Reciprocity, as now TSM is finally realizing that, hey, cash room is free. But this punch hole here could come out from Laxing onto the Jacuzzi wall. Not sure if he is going to be able to get anyone, but no, the Jacuzzi wall will be open. So TSM here, obviously, making some good progress, but they are slowed by the fact of the smoke is still playing close to that bathroom wall, which he will be able to deny any entry here, as Bolo looks like he is aware of the Legion in logistics, but it will be Mark winning the fight out, as Biologic and Crusher pick up 2 kills of their own. So now 4 versus 3 here for TSM, as it looks like Achieved is in sight, but Retro on an aggressive peek there will be traded out by Achieved. So now at 3 versus 2 for TSM. It's all down to Mark and Laxing, as Laxing is positioned on the main stairs in a powerful spot here. But Mark going to be getting pushed from 2 sides, and it looks like Biologic will win the fight. So now it's all up to Laxing. There's someone planting right next to him. Oh, you see him, Mark, or you see him, Laxing, just pull the trigger, but no, it looks like a team kill coming out from Biologic. I'm not sure if it would have mattered anyway. It was 3 versus 1, and looks like they had a pretty good idea of where he was coming from.
Nice shot by Mark.
Yeah, nice shot for sure.
Is the quality like still okay?
Yeah, it's good. It's
okay,
fine.
all right.
Yeah, I do think Rec did waste a lot of time in cash, and they kind of just fell off the board after they're peeking outside the Jacuzzi wall and onto the windows on Master.
Bolo with a big 9 frags. Mark also.
They haven't really fragged out. I feel like in the last few rounds, I feel like they got most of their kills like early on in the match, and now that we're gonna be switching sides here, we're gonna see. I'd say that's a pretty even scoreline, 3-3. I'd say that Clubhouse would be more defender-sided, to be honest. So I think that might be a win for TSM.
Yeah, I think obviously you're gonna be happy with this result if you're TSM, and honestly, like this is like pretty decent for both teams. It's not the end of the world for defense to lose 3 rounds, and it looks like we will see a similar lineup here from TSM as we saw from Reciprocity on the basement, except they choose not to bring the pulse, but yeah, the IQ still will come out here from Sky, so you're gonna have to worry about those echo drones, as the echo drones have just been a real thorn in the side of the attackers. And an interesting deployable shield there from Crusher, I guess, just when the wall gets open, just gives you another place to contend with, as that's definitely an interesting deployable shield, and I've never really seen that before, but I feel like it's probably been used. But
that's
yeah,
definitely meta, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely meta. It looks like Merc is gonna be going on an early roam here, so choosing to play it a little bit different than Reciprocity, and he will be going on the roam. Ooh, some shots come flying through the wall from Mark. Almost lands onto the head of Merc, but we'll just fly it right over. It looks like they're gonna go for maybe a blue take here. It doesn't look like they're attaching much of their attention to the dirt tunnel. As Skies wants to get aggressively down blue. He will not find the kill onto the Jaeger, but might be able to catch him as he repeaks. Looks like
so again here we're gonna see the similar turtle defense come out from TSM. That's really what most teams do on Clubhouse, as there's so many ways to deny them from opening the hatch and opening the church wall. really just makes sense to just hold down the site and not really have to worry about losing someone on a roam. So yeah, it looks like Reciprocity might be going for a similar take here, as it looks like they are focusing with their IQ in blue, as we saw from TSM, and focusing the rest of their players on the front sides. Guys will spot out a goo mine right there and take it out. So just going to be holding this flank here. It looks like Mark is going to be tasked with pushing blue as well, so want to make sure that they can get control of blue and push out that person that's going to be in charge of holding behind the rack. And it looks like a Kaid trick may be successful here, but no, the Thatcher will come out there from Laxing, so the hatch will be opened up. So with only one EMP left, yeah, it looks like most of the team is focusing their push on blue, it looks like, as not really sure where they want to push from right here. There's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and is the main hatch open? I'm not sure, but it looks like Sky is going to be opening up some of the floor here, trying to look for a pick through the floor with those breach charges on IQ, and it looks like no, the hatch will not be open, so a full moto push here, moto blue push coming out here from Team Reciprocity.
About 1 minute left on the round 2, and I mean, they still have a lot of utility to work with. Retro can still open up the main wall, but it looks like the impact trick is possibly coming out from Bolo. He's got the impacts as well as the extra Kaid charge, so could use this to try and hold off this wall push for right now. Only 45 seconds left. The push is going to have to come. It looks like it might just be a spread drop into blue, as a couple of defender or attackers are going to be stacked on top of that, but again, it looks like the push down the oil pit and Skies down the main stairs. Some firebolts are going to start to come out from Mark. The push is going to have to happen now. Laxing is still holding inside of the oil pit. He's trying to find the angle onto anybody with that ACOG. As the push out from main hallway might come, but it's going to be held off for the time being. 18 seconds left. It's still a 5v5. No one is yet to die. We're going to reach the final 15 seconds left, and Bolo's going to get the kill onto Fox as his teammate does get down behind. He's going for the push, but it looks like it's going to be a cleanup here for Reciprocity as they make it essentially a 4v2. Make that a 2v2 now, as it's going to be a down. It's going to be Skies to get the kill, but they need to get the diffuser down, and he won't be able to do it. Skies wins it out on time. Or not Skies, it's Biologic.
Biologic hiding in that corner really saved them that round. Got
Yeah,
two picks onto them, pushing through blue, and they couldn't do anything at the end when he died.
Yeah, that was pretty well played there from TSM, as even though coming down to a 5v5 in the last 15 seconds definitely favors the defense. So honestly, Reciprocity did a really good job to just swing it back almost into their favor and winning the round, because with 15 seconds left and an echo still on the board and a smoke, yeah, good luck planting and getting the bomb down. So definitely the right option to frag chase right there, and it almost ended up working out for them. And it looks like now back to Cash, or not back to Cash, excuse me, the first defense on Cash for TSM here, as it looks like we will see the same lineup come out here from Reciprocity.
I think if Mark used his utility better there with his fire, he shot both of his fire arrows in the same exact spot. I think he probably could use that to pick him out.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting round. I mean, that was well played by Biologic just to waste the time out there, but Reciprocity almost won that just based off the gunfights. I mean, they won like 3 in a row, and then it just got traded out, and then the diffuser, I think, got lost maybe upstairs or something, but got lost on a dead body. And I mean, they had to push out for that last kill, and Biologic played it perfectly.
Yeah, really well played there by Bio.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Got lost on one of the guys pushing through blue. That bio killed.
Yeah. But I doubt they're going to be able to get the plant on anyway with the Echo. But I guess Echo did get down, so who knows. Anyway, on to the next round here. It looks like we will see no roamers set up from TSM, just focusing all their players on site. And while that didn't work out for Reciprocity, it could work for TSM, as with those ACOGs, the 3 ACOGs being brought out, definitely going to be difficult to displace the roamers, and achieved in a really powerful position here in the garage. Going to be able to stop anyone that pushes in with that Doc ACOG and being able to overheal himself. But it looks like Bolo will get picked actually by Sky, so a really nice pick right there. Not sure how that happened. Maybe he was, I think he was in lower garage actually, so.
Yeah, it's a Cade.
Yeah, just getting caught on a rotation there by Skies. A little bit of poor positioning coming out from Bolo right there, and that's the Cade off the board too, so the wall will be able to open. It looks like Merc might be able to go for a late flank here. But yeah, that's a huge pick right there, as the wall will be able to be open with no problems for Reciprocity.
They are going to
looks like Skies is aware of the flank, and it looks like, oh, he will take down Merc, so Skies with a nice 2-piece to start off the round, and Merc's giving away his position by shooting down that barricade, and Retro will pick up another one onto Achieve, so that's the garage player down. I'm not sure what the wall is doing right now, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Logic is doing right now.
Getting the kills. Yeah, just swinging the wall right there. I mean, you kind of have to make hero plays when you're in a 2v5, and yep, there it is, a flawless round coming out. Yeah, Achieved is like, what happened to the wall? Like, I didn't know if that was like a visual glitch for us, but the wall just decided to get fucked up there. Esports ready, Lamau. Yeah.
No, that was messed up. What was that?
Yeah.
Like what made
so good that he can deny the wall being opened even when he's dead. Hog. So.
Exactly.
They're my bug OP.
That was just messed up. But I mean, I guess Retro made the best of it. He got 3 kills from it, so definitely worked out to their advantage.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Bolo getting promoted to Doc here, in the words of Easily in the last Raleigh qualifiers, as Bolo definitely putting the most work in as far as frags go for his team, but honestly not surprising considering the roles he's given.
I honestly don't know if you can say that, bro. I think Easily has that trademarked.
Easily has that trademarked? I'm sorry.
I don't think you can say that, bro. Like high key, I think he has like a patent and shit on it.
I apologize then.
Yeah, you better.
Anyway, so going back here to Cash is going to be TSM, and looks like they will bring out the Bandit this time instead of the Cade, so that might make it a little bit more difficult for TSM for Reciprocity to open the wall, but with Mark the Shark on Capitao, it should be relatively easy. You can either use the Pixel or you can go to the window, but yeah, definitely battle of 2 juggernauts right now. Mark and Sky is putting in work for Reciprocity, and then Bolo putting in a lot of work for TSM. So it looks like they will choose to go with no roamers again. Merc might go on a late flank as he tried to do last round, but just the rotation was really well called out there by Reciprocity, and it looks like they will go for the turtle site again. Rusher putting a Claymore on the run out right there. Pretty typical.
Yeah, pretty typical.
So Rashid actually not going to juggle the wall. He's playing in the bottom of garage, which is definitely an interesting position for the Bandit to play. Maybe just trying to deny. Yeah, because Reciprocity did go for this last time, and it looks like Achieved will be successful in denying the Hibana from opening this wall. And it looks like Merc with an aggressive peek there onto Foxite, going for the upside down repel peek too. Nice shot right there coming out from Merc for sure. And he does hear one in stock. Can he go for 2 right here?
Oh.
And it looks like, he looked at him, but he looks away. The drone will spot him out. So Merc going for
what?
Whoa.
What?
Merc is okay.
Merc is hacking. He's gonna go for more here too.
Might find another one.
Yeah, I guess that Hibana was lit up as Merc is just showing off his macro real quick with the sound of the jukebox. It looked like, did he shoot it? I think he shot, yes, he shot the jukebox. He needed to shut that up so he could concentrate on getting.
I think there was an Echo Gem actually in stock, so just good teamwork coming out right there from TSM. I think, go to the Echo Gem. I swear I saw one in there.
Yeah,
look, there it is. Wait, there is one in there.
Yeah, so there is. It's definitely in there. Either that or.
Oh yeah. No, see, it was in there. I swear it was in there.
Bro, I don't know.
So
bro.
good teamwork coming out from TSM, and
either way, nice shot from Merc.
I think you're tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Either way.
Anyway.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, you definitely.
Merc still, or not Merc. Mark still worried about Merc on the roam here. It looks like Retro will be lit up and tagged by Merc. So Merc really putting in work this round on the downstairs hold, and it looks like he might finally be caught out here from behind by Laxing, as they do finally get the kill onto Merc there. So a 4v3, but only with only a minute left, it's not looking too good here for Reciprocity, as Retro is sitting on about 25 HP and Bandit is still alive and well. So might have to switch up the push here or frag chase it out, but it's not looking good here for Reciprocity.
No, especially with like all this denial left. They've got Biologic on the Echo, and like you said, they've got the smoke. Bolo is still in garage, and I believe he's got all 3. Yep, he does, of his stim pistol, so he should be able to hold on to this quite easy. They still have the camera here, and it looks like Reciprocity is going to read into that and going to go for the construction take, as it's going to be up to Mark. He does burn a lot of the HP off of the Echo, and he will push up right behind that firebolt. Will he be able to find the kill, though? He's going to have to peek up. It gets double peeked by Achieved, and that's going to be a 2v4 now. Retro and Laxing, low HP, is going to get hit by the smoke. He's just one puff away from dying. He's trying to go for the shots behind the A-bomb, but isn't going to find anything. It looks like they might just play the KD as Bolo takes out Laxing. Retro is just going to play the KD here. There's nothing that he can do on such little HP. A nice round from TSM.
Trying to figure out why they didn't open the cash wall. when Bandit wasn't even Bandit tricking it.
They might not have realized it, and then also he might have could have rotated up, but either way, really that round for me was just on Merc right there below, just able to get that early pick there, and then followed up with a nice wall bang into the stock room. So Merc redeeming himself after last round getting caught out on the flank. So really well played there from Merc, and hit the nice shot through the lounge door as he Fox in the chat. So
He's hacking, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, Merc is
so
definitely
going
hacking.
back down to Church here is going to be TSM, and it looks like Mark will pledge to provide those nades as well as additional vertical destruction. And so with no IQ this round either, that's going to be really interesting as the Echo is going to be even more powerful. And although there is only the C4 possibly on Bolo, the Legion Mines, the Echo Drones really going to be a pain for Reciprocity to deal with, as time was their biggest enemy last round. And they really just ended up having the frag chases. I believe they left the bomb on top of the blue hatch. So,
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do differently this round to maybe speed up their push into the basement.
Without the Maverick, I think it's hard for the a lot of teams to attack this basement site and get this moto wall open.
Yeah, especially against a Cade.
They've got the Thatcher to deal with this, like I've said, but I mean, Laxing has been playing. I mean, both teams have been playing the Thatcher very well with the Cade tricking and some of the Bandit tricking that's been going on. So, I mean, props to both of the Thatcher players. I believe it was Bio on the Thatcher on attack, but I could be mistaken. So
Yeah, I think it was, yeah, because Crusher was on Thermite.
Crusher was on Thermite. Merc was definitely not on Thatcher, and Bolo I think was playing Habana. Yeah.
Yeah, so Bolo gonna try to deny this hatch like he did in the first round, maybe waste a few Thatchers. So, even if he doesn't deny the hatch from being open, just making them use that extra Thatcher on the hatch is pivotal to the round success. And he will just be going for this juggle as it's just being a cat and mouse right now. Yeah, just kind of toying with them, honestly. As it looks like Fox will try to time this up.
Oh, he didn't time it right.
Yeah, just unfortunate right there. Well timed by Reciprocity, as they will get that hatch open with no problem. So looks like they will be going for the same blue push, maybe trying to work a pick through blue with the nades on Mark. But no one's really playing tight in blue, just right next to the doorway. And Achieve contesting the bottom of main stairs, and also impact tricking this hatch going to be really pivotal. As if this hatch gets open, that could throw a big problem, or prove to be a big problem for TSM.
I like how a lot of the players from TSM are all, like 3 players are bringing impacts, so they have 6 sets of impacts. So they have a lot
definitely
of denial.
have a ton of impacts. So able to deny the hatches is really what's been key. As we've been talking, there's only 1 minute and 15 seconds left, and no one is dead again, and nobody has even made their way onto the first floor except for Retro here. Gonna have to try and open up this church wall, but unsure of where the attack or where the defenders are set up at. It looks like he will peek the hallway. He might be able to find a pick here, but unlikely, as it looks like Merc just holding off blue right now. And with the Echo Drone in there, it's going to be really pretty easy for TSM to maintain control of blue for this round. As it looks like Skies will get a kill onto Achieve there from above, so nice pick. But with only 43 seconds left, I'd still say this is in favor of the defense, as they need Thatcher over here to get this wall. But as we saw, Laxing was over near blue, so Bolo going to be able to deny the thermite charge here, as he will juggle it, but no, he takes it off, and the impacts are going to have to come out from Bolo. Did he destroy it? He did, so well played from Bolo right there with the Cade and the impacts. As Laxing gets a kill onto Merc as he makes his way all the way into blue, so Laxing in a powerful spot here, as it looks like with only 17 seconds left, TSM's going to have to converge on the site here, as Crusher and Bio are lit up. Foxley gets the kill onto Crusher before Bio trades it out onto Mark, but another nice kill as the trades are coming back and forth suddenly in a 1v3 all down to Bolo. Equalizes in a 1v2. Now getting pushed out of ammo on that shotgun as Foxley cleans it up, so just forcing their way into sight right there was Reciprocity and winning their gunfights. Bolo, maybe if he didn't have that 11-round shotgun, could have clutched that out, but as Skies was saying on defense, and I quote, Cade is ass. So unfortunately 11 rounds, not enough to take down all those people rushing at him. So 5-5 right here, as they are going to choose to go back to that church site. Bolo really putting in work right now, carrying his team, and a little bit more even for Team Reciprocity. But
oh yeah,
honestly, I thought that round was going to work for the defense, as it looked like Laxing just walked his way into blue and got those picks. So really, really well done right there from Reciprocity to maintain that round and work it back in their favor.
I've noticed that the past 2 rounds, they didn't run an IQ, and then, yeah, they're switching off the IQ again, and I think that's just kind of interesting with them running the Echo constantly, but Echo does switch off, so that will be interesting.
What happened, Razors?
Razors, hello.
I'm here. Hold on.
Razors,
I thought it was like.
Razors' girlfriend's calling him right now. Yeah, so with no IQ being brought out, definitely Achieve going to be able to effectively use the pulse to the maximum potential here, as just going to try to deny some drones here, as it looks like Mark switches onto the Ying. So Mark playing a different form of area denial every single time. So first he brought the Capital to area deny, then he brought the nades on Sledge, and now choosing to bring the Ying, as I guess Reciprocity feels that maybe it's a little bit too hard with all the denial available for TSM, as it looks like Achieve actually might be going for maybe a roam or just trying to take down some drones, it looks like, before he rotates back to site. So the Ying going to be definitely influential on how they choose to push this, as they can just force their way through doorways even easier, as it looks like it will be the exact same thing as Laxing. We'll go ahead and hit some pre-fires onto the main stairs, but unable to find anyone. And it looks like we will see the same thing here, as Merc gets a little bit aggressive there onto the stairs. But yeah, same turtle setup here from TSM, and probably going to see the exact same attack come out here from Reciprocity, as it looks like, yep, Fox and Laxing are going to try to get this hatch opening as Achieved on the pulse here, to be able to call out where the attackers are pushing from. It looks like the hatch will be opened up no problem here. And so this round looking like it's working even better for Reciprocity, as they are using their time a lot better. Mark here going to solo push into blue. Not sure if he's aware of the cave. Is the cave going to be able to impact trick this, or is it going to get open? No, it will be opened up. So a little bit late on the cave there was Bolo. So a little bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. They got that hatch open last round. It's kind of expected, honestly, with Laxing over there with the EMP. So looks like they're going to be burning out those ADSs here, and they will be opening dirt. So it might be a full-on dirt/tunnel push for, as it will be. No, Achieved gets a nice pick there onto Foxay. So the C4 has really been hitting for both teams there. I think we're 3 for 3 on C4 attempts for both
Also
teams.
the Habana down.
Yeah, I think she might have used all of her charges, but either way, a nice pick there for TSM. And it looks like Laxing here going to be contesting the tunnel, but with Bolo playing there, with the ACOG, going to definitely be hard to remove, as he does pre-fire a few rounds towards Laxing area as he hears him step on the goo mine. So going to definitely be a point of contention right here for TSM, as it looks like he will get aggressive there, but Retro going to punish that peak there, maybe a little bit too aggressive for Bolo, but he will put Retro onto about 25 HP as the Ying start to come out from Mark the Shark, and it looks like Mark will go for the drop into blue. Is he going to be able to see the one on AK? There's somebody on AK, he does see the one on AK, and he finds Achieve. So looking really good here for Reciprocity, as they have complete control of the site. Mark with a nice double kill right there onto Biologics 4. He's finally traded out by Merc. Merc retaking the site, makes it into AK as he sees the diffuser going down, and he stops it. Merc, how did he get there? He rotated from blue, so well played from Merc right there, but no, Sky's gonna bring it back. Sky's gets Merc down, so now it's all down to Crusher, and Crusher's gonna get lit up with the pistol. Unable to manage the recoil of the SMG-11, it looks like Laxing will clean it up. So wow, a really back and forth option right there or back and forth battle right there, as Merc almost saved the round there, which it looked like it was gonna be a decisive win for Reciprocity, but Merc managing to bring it back before ultimately traded out by Skies. Yeah, so Reciprocity on match point could look to close out this map here, as it looks like TSM has had enough of that basement attack, so they will choose to go back to CC and Cash, where they had a little bit more success. So yeah, that round's, yeah, so the IQ is going to be brought out this time, as so the Echo Drone's not going to be as effective, and choosing to bring the same lineup as they had success with before, and Merc really last time kind of saved them downstairs. So curious to see if Merc is able to get that kind of impact on this round as he did last round. As take a look at the scoreboard right here, Bolo still on top as Crusher is struggling to find frags as he is a support player, so honestly, I respect that as a support player myself. Support players, you know, constantly slept on, but anyway. Back into the action here, so it looks like we will see pretty much the same setup here from TSM as they're going to go ahead and choose to reinforce the garage this time, so unable to get shot from the main wall. That's what that reinforcement does, and I'm not sure if Achieve will try to juggle the main wall or if he's going to juggle the garage wall, but he will have both those options as the deployable shield is set up there for the person playing garage, and that will be Bolo on the dock. So what's Merc doing this round? Is Merc playing on site or is he switch to Merc for me? What's Merc doing? Yeah, with that underneath presence, it's definitely really difficult to plant with the Echo drone spotting out constantly, and it looks like Merc here going to be getting aggressively peeking towards the garage wall, but that long angle being held by Fox with the ACOG will punish that peek, so a nice start right there to the round by Reciprocity as they find the early pick onto Merc. Yeah, that was really well played right there from Reciprocity, just working that picks in the skies with an aggressive peek right there, just hopping in through the wall. Thermite bug again, esports ready, but it doesn't matter. Maybe the thermite bug is helping them out because the 2 rounds where the thermite bug affected, like when the thermite bug happened, they ended up winning both those rounds. So Skies is requesting a bathroom break. We will grant that to them, but
what's our next map?
yeah, that was definitely not good for TSM right there, as in the match log, that was actually TSM's map pick right there. So, give it.
Alright, looks like we're ready to start our second map. As Skies has just gotten back from the bathroom, so we're going to move our way over. Where's this map? Is it like in like some European country, bro? I don't even know. But we're moving our way over to Coastline. That's all I'm concerned with, and we're going to be looking at the bands first off here, of course, as we always do. You guys know the deal. I don't have to tell you guys about this. But it does look like Buck is again going to be banned out by Reciprocity. So again, another, I guess, target ban against Achieved. But Buck's also a very useful operator for Coastline. Really able to get a lot of those anchor positions out. Jackal, that makes sense for this map as well.
It's looking like the same bands from Thursday.
Oh. Excuse me. I had a bad cough.
I'm back.
Mira.
What's going on?
Mira makes a lot of sense. We're on Coastline. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Echo is gonna get banned, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, again, the Bucket ban going to be coming out onto Achieve pretty much. This time the Echo will be banned out by who's on defense? Reciprocity.
No, it was banned off by Reciprocity. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, of course I'm right. Anyway.
Whoa, bro.
The IQ here. The IQ going to be being played by Achieve this round. So Laxing's Valcams could be spotted out. And wow, the pulse being played by Mark here. Nope, just kidding. Mark baited me. Going to actually take the Mozzie. I was about to say the IQ going to be even more impactful as 2 hard counters being played.
Mozzie.
Mozzie's definitely an interesting pick.
I definitely want to see how he uses him this round. He gets like a Twitch drone or something like that. Definitely.
Yeah, there's no Twitch on the attack, so that's very unlikely to happen. But that would be pretty cool if he caught a Twitch drone in this round.
I just realized.
If Mark catches a Twitch drone, I will donate like $1,000 to charity.
Oh, that's very unlikely to happen.
But it's very unlikely to happen.
I remember during one game, I watched Hyena throw a Twitch drone through that door right there that Mark's on from the roof like twice in a row, and he got caught both times.
I like that. I've never really thought about using it like that. A lot of drones get tossed through there.
Yeah, toss from the roof.
Looks like it's going to be another similar operator setup. It looks like Merc is going to be going on to his beloved Ash, though, as there's going to be a little bit of spawn peek there from Skies, it looked like. He's going to retreat back into sight. Trying to get a little bit aggressive there onto his former Xbox buddy, but nothing is going to go down as of right now. Crusher is going to try to clear out this attack. It looks like the attack is going to come out from Penthouse side. They've got Foxay as well as Laxing and Mark all over here trying to deny any entry. They've got the Nitro Cells. And they've got all of the goo mines to try to deny this push.
I think it's interesting that the attackers are not going to take advantage of the purple tarp.
Laxing getting aggressive there on the Crusher, and it looks like he will go for another run out, but Biologic will punish that. So losing the Capitao for the IQ definitely favors the defense right there, as Capitao's firebolts are basically, I'm just going to go ahead and say they're overpowered. So the roamers can, or not the roamers, the anchors can rest assured that their positions are safer now as the Capitao bolt is off the board. So a nice pick there for Team Reciprocity to start off the round, as it looks like they still are trying to get control that they need, as they're still unsure if anyone's near Penthouse. Merc here just holding down flank on the Ash. It looks like Mark is still roaming below with the Mozzie. And it looks like he might retreat back to site here. No, he might go through the floor. These Valcams providing a lot of intel, probably from Laxing. And Skies here. No, it looks like Mark will not find anyone through the floor. But,
Smash charge are going to start to come out. And yeah, like you said, you're about to say, from the roof, Biologic will open the wall. And it looks like the Maestro cam was just a little bit late trying to deny those. He does have one inside of the bottom of Courtyard. So about a minute left in the round. It looks like Bolo is going to start to make his push happen on from 90 as he does a nice little 180 there to throw the drone. But again, it looks like there's still pressure down below. Foxay is inside of Sunrise. Merc is trying to make this push happen, but the wallbangs are hurting to come through. Merc might catch off the Legion here, but again, he's caught between kind of a rock and a hard place. He's trying to go for those wallbangs, but nothing will be successful. As of right now, Achieved will find the second kill on the round for TSM as he takes down Mark. That's the Valkyrie off the, or it's the Mozzie off the board. So that presence downstairs is now taken away. So it's just going to be up to Foxay to try to hold off on the bottom floor, as he's going to go for a few punch holes here, but the shots through the wall will come from Merc, as he could possibly get the kill on Foxay if he just lands one bullet, but nothing will land. As about 20 seconds left in the round, and the plant's going to have to start coming out here from Biologic, but it looks like he's focused on the flank right now. He's going to have to rush this plant to come down, as it's going to be Retro still playing on the Cool Vibe stairs. Foxay is holding the angle on the main bomb. The plant's still not coming down, as Foxay is going to trade out. Achieve gets one. It's going to be Skies with a nice shot. He's going to get rotated in from behind. The diffuser is yet to go down yet, and it doesn't look like it will. It's going to be Skies that wins it out in the 1 versus 2 with no diffuser on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. Looks like they could have got the bomb off a long time ago.
Yeah, they definitely could have.
But good plays from Skies, holding off the time, and I don't know who was the last two. IQ and Ash.
IQ and Ash, yes. Achieved and Merc.
Don't know what's going on from them, but good play from Skies.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Bolo at the beginning of the round did try to get on people's heart, but he was just unsuccessful, and I think that kind of messed him up because he was just holding their hookah the whole time.
That's unfortunate. I think you have to like glitch your way onto the tarp now too. So.
Looks like they're gonna be going. I'm kind of confused what all these holes are for upstairs. Maybe they're trying to go for a long hold for the top floor or something. But this is actually a very interesting hold at the top floor. It looks like they're not gonna play it, but they might play like around it, like inside of VIP and inside of the 90. So this is gonna be a very interesting hold of Blue Bar and Sunrise.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Could also possibly be like you know, a scare tactic to make sure that TSM is watching all their angles upstairs. They could also help the flank if anybody else does try to go upstairs when they do take over hookah.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna come in through offices here. As Crusher's gonna try to take out the drone from Laxing as it just scurried off there. Laxing was able to just get around this. He's actually holding on to security for the time being, and looks like there could be a push coming in from the hallways. Bolo's trying to take out a lot of these Maestro cameras. It looks like it's kind of a rush push here as Bolo is already trying to make his way aggressively onto the site. Only 45 seconds into the round, but some more drones will start to come through. It looks like top floor control is in favor of Merc. Yeah, it's going to be the Ash, but he might even choose to rotate here as he might hold off the flank from this hallway window. As it's going to be biologic to hold onto the red carpet hallway. Looks like Mark got a little bit lit up there by Merc trying to rotate through the luggage hallway, but it will be Mark that's going to rotate off of that angle and choose to come down to the 90 hallway. Could possibly use that ACOG to his advantage and take out this Ash if he's able to hear it, but doesn't look like he does, so this could be an easy kill for the Ash of Merc. He's able to find the kill. He does hear with the Maestro. All he needs to land is one bullet, but it's going to be Foxay to trade it out immediately on that mute, playing inside of the main lobby. He's going to wait for the jump over to possibly come from this Ash, but he will rotate out just in time. But no, it's actually going to be Merc that finds the frag onto Foxay just through those holes. It's going to be Biologic that touchdowns Laxing, making this a 1v4 as Retro is going to be taken out as well, and it's going to be almost a flawless round from TSM as they pick up round number 2.
Yeah, that's a great push from them. Took over the lower half of Sunrise Bar, and Merc up there doing his job, watching for flanks and stuff. Definitely helped them that round.
Yeah, good picks from Merc. Top floor.
So looks like Reciprocity gonna choose to go to a different bomb site after pretty much getting dismantled right there by TSM, and choosing to bring the Valk and the Pulse. The IQ gonna have a lot of work to do this round as far as intel denial goes, and Penthouse typically not regarded as one of the better sites.
To locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
No Mira being played, so I'm gonna be curious to see how they choose to hold it right now.
Anyone else's screen just froze, or is it
Yeah,
It froze for a little bit.
that happened to me too, but my Discord was messing up.
Like it disconnected you, right?
Yeah, my Discord got disconnected for a second too, bro. What happened there?
I thought my internet just like.
I thought I was gone.
Get your internet up.
Oh, my computer froze. I was like, what?
Do you have Comcast?
Heck no.
Comcast is
No.
off.
Attackers are moving out
Podcast.
to locate a
Nah,
bomb.
it's just like the screen went black, and I heard they didn't. That's it.
Comcast, more like Botcast. Alright, here we go, boys.
Yes, Merc still on the Ash again.
It's interesting that they're choosing to go Penthouse instead of Kitchen.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like these holes though from Skies.
Nice angle from Skies.
Yeah, he's definitely possibly be able to catch off a few bodies here if he plays his,
feel like- I
cards
feel like
right. But oh, Merc just
like the
barely
drum
misses
hits
somebody. He just barely missed that operator rotating into courtyard there, as it looked like that was Foxay rocking the Foxay typical red dot with the long barrel and the angled grip. So it's gonna be achieved. He'll find the first kill from the roof onto Foxay, as I just changed off of him, so just not aware of the roof angle. As it's an early kill. It's a big kill onto your Pulse as well.
Yeah, definitely a big pick coming out there from TSM, as that's 1C4 off of the board. as well as the Pulse going to be calling information. It looks like that will be the other intel denial down. So that's both C4s off the board. Really looking good here for TSM as they open up the round even more.
We're going to be using the Ash charge, it looks like, to try to deny any intel here, or any of the batteries on the side of the wall, or anybody playing that. Chief is going to spot out the camera, and it could possibly lead up to Merc. Yeah, he will find it. So a good call there from Achieve to call out that camera, and a good play by Merc to be able to find it. He's going to try to hold on to the main lobby here. It looks like that's going to be Retro trying to hold on, but the bullet hole, or the punch hole, is just too strong from Merc as we reach about 1 minute and 20 seconds left of the round, and it's still a 5v2, yet for a kill from Reciprocity, as this might not have been the choice site for them. Oh, nice shot by Mark. He just takes the head right off of Bolo, not even suspecting it for a second as he tries to go for the kill onto the main window, but it's going to be Skies. He finds a kill for his own too as he flanks over through luggage, but making this a 3v2 now as it's going to be up to the Hibana, Capital, and the IQ. Still Maestro cameras to play with, though, for Mark, so definitely in a strong position as this rappel on the main window.
Two smokes on Skies there are going to be instrumental in denying this plant, as with only 45 seconds left, TSM's going to have to try to get this plant down pretty soon here, and the fireball's going to come out here as Achieve gets a kill on the Skies, so that's the smoke off the board. Mark going to have to get aggressive here. He's going to take a lot of damage from the guitar hallway. It looks like he will light up Bio, but the plant, meanwhile, is going down. Mark trying to get the pings through the smoke. He does get the pings. Can he deny the plant? He pulls out the bailiff, but no Achieved on that main window. I'm going to shut down Mark there, so a valiant effort from Mark, but unfortunately just too much man advantage in favor of TSM, and a nice lockout right there by TSM.
Definitely an excellent attack by TSM, as I'm a bit confused by the choice to go to that site, especially with how strong rappelling on windows is now, with the upside down rappel. I mean, that just makes that site easily attacked with just put somebody with good aim on the main window and a high caliber weapon.
Yeah. Merc and Chief putting in work both with 6 frags each, so really good on them. And it looks like Mark going back to the Mozzie, so the IQ has really been doing a great job of not only killing their 2 intel operators, but just denying the intel of the defense. So back to Hookah is going to be Reciprocity, as they were successful on this site earlier, mostly in part due to Skies really with a nice clutch there. So obviously a little bit not going to want to leave it to Skies again, and they're going to want to clean up some of those mistakes that they had in the first round, even though they did.
See if Mark can catch a Twitch drone here, as Soldier likes to say.
The offer still stands. If Mark catches a Twitch drone in this round, but if it's a round where the enemy brings Twitch, the deal's off.
Alright, makes sense.
The deal's off because it's impossible to catch a Twitch drone when there's actually a Twitch drone. You know what I'm saying?
You just don't have $1,000. That's why.
Yeah, I just don't have $1,000.
Crashing for us.
It looks like it's gonna be a full east take, possibly from Penthouse.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna want to take control of VIP. It looks like, and start to open up some of those angles onto the site. But Foxeye here might be able to go a flank up those luggage stairs, and Mark here still holding on to those 3 pests. So a little bit interesting, as last round he chose to use them in the prep phase, but just holding on to them this time. So trying to keep himself from getting droned out. Definitely an interesting way to use Ozzy.
There are 3 roamers this round, so I'm interested to see if TSM can notice that and try to get a plan going, really.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but now there's too much underneath pressure right now. Looks like Laxing will go for the C4 kill onto Bolo, but it will not connect. Bolo alive by a mere few inches, and Mark going with the shotgun through the floor, as it looks like TSM is just choosing to ignore these roamers downstairs, which is definitely a viable strategy, as it looks like they do have Crusher on the flank. So really a different way of approaching roamers, as some people like to hold the flank on them and others like to push them out, and it looks like TSM just going for the flank hold right now, as with the C4 already being used of Laxing and Mark running the barbed wire, there's really they're not as useful underneath, because they can only shoot over the floor, they cannot like C4 them, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean that was the nitro cell gone from Laxing, so I mean, like you said.
Yeah, so the nitro cell wasted by Laxing right there, took about 20 HP off of Bolo, but it looks like the attack is going to start to come out as they're all stacking an aquarium with Merc underneath. So yeah, Merc gonna be positioned on this flank watch here. So Sky is really gonna have to do some work again this round, as him and Retro are really the only plant denial possible. As with Merc being below in offices, it's gonna be extremely difficult for Laxing and Mark to be able to impact this round without flanking up the luggage stairs. And it looks like Execute might start to come out here from TSM as Crusher whips out the asphyxiating bolts and gets ready to go for the plant. Foxay still underneath. Laxing rotated back up the 5 stairs, and it looks like Mark will try to capitalize on this plant. Sky is going to smoke it off and deny. With only 44 seconds, Retro's going to get killed from the window, so Achieve taking out the Maestro. It's a huge pick right there. With only 30 seconds left, it's looking better and better for TSM.
Looks like Mark is going to try to aggress onto the Ash point downstairs, but the utility is still coming out. As Skies gets one, it's going to be Mark that gets the other, so he's got the bottom 4 control. Skies gets a second kill for himself, going for the shotgun on the main round, but it's Laxing to save him off, as it's all up to Achieved. He's on Cool Vibe stairs. He'll find one onto Laxing, but as the smoke canisters do come out, he tries to go for the shot onto the smoke, but it's going to be Skies that just tries to scurry his way into VIP. It's going to be Achieved. He picks up a triple kill. He's looking for the ace in this round if he wants to win it out. Has the diffuser to play with, as both players are going to start to come up the Cool Vibe stairs. Mark is going to go first, but the plant comes off from Achieved. He's going to go for one. Can he find the other one as well? It's going to be a runaway from Foxay, and he can't get the diffuser down. Achieved. A nice try.
Should have held it, man.
That would have been nice.
He had 3 seconds left on that diffuser, but
They probably would have just pushed up and killed him from both angles, because they could have gone through the hole. One could have gone through the rotate hole, and then one could have gone from the hallway. So a really nice try right there from Achieve, but just unfortunately running out of time. So I'm not really sure what happened down below, but it looked like Merc just was unable to stop Mark from flanking down below, and getting those kills really just allowed the defense to swing it in their favor, as well as Sky is just putting in work with that SMG-11. Picked up a nice kill onto the person pushing through the VIP hallway.
yeah, it was looking like a round for TSM, but they lost that bottom control, and Sky's just wrecking havoc upstairs and got them that W.
Yeah, so it looks like they are going to choose not to go back to Penthouse, as they were relatively unsuccessful that round. I think they're choosing to go Kitchen, so that's obviously the typical secondary site that we see come out. So
Oh, what is happening now?
looks like Parkinson's has suddenly struck Razors, as he seems unable to control his movement.
Nah, I was unable to control anything, bro. Everything is going crazy, and now my frames are like, ugh.
See, instead of using your $1,000 to support charities, you should invest in.
I should invest in a better PC.
Yeah, stop. Just be a little more selfish. Anyway, so it looks like we will see the verticality being used here from Reciprocity, as they have invested in 2 people. Actually, make that 3 people upstairs, as Retro is going to be playing an Aquarium and Laxing. So 4 people upstairs for Reciprocity. Really trying to utilize that vertical play, as it looks like Merc and Bolo will try to be going in through opposite sides here and take out this roaming presence from Team Reciprocity.
It's gonna be Laxing though.
Early engagement there. Go ahead.
Like, Bolo's still trying to get control of Aqua.
Yeah, so the roam really working out here for Reciprocity, as they pick up 2 early kills onto Bolo and Merc. So looks like maybe a little bit of lack of intel coming out from TSM, as just 2 gunfights right there, just one out straight by the ACOG on Laxing and the UMP from Retro.
Yeah, definitely some good picks there from Reciprocity. It looks like Laxing might want to peek this Capital. It looks like Crusher was holding the angle possibly, but we could possibly see a peek out from Laxing. It's a decent hold as of so far. They've taken out 2 people. There's about half the round left remaining, and Mark is still holding on to the main lobbies. It looks like Bio is going to start to push in through the theater and push down 90. He's going to try to pinch out these operators up top. They know that they still have them stuck in here. It's going to be a push in from Crusher. He's going to take the head right off of Retro. It's going to leave Laxing all alone next to the couches. Hopefully he doesn't get droned out, as he's trying to remain as little known as possible. It's going to be Achieved to make man count even. So what was a 5v3 has quickly become a 3v3 with about a minute left in the round.
Yeah, so equalizing man count is TSM, so still not out of this round, as Mark is going to run right into Crusher. unaware of Crusher's position in the CCTV room, and now it's all down to Skies and Laxing, the old Xbox Elevate duo. Gonna have to hold down this round for Reciprocity, as it looks like they do give up the site completely, but no, Laxing is going to go and go back in there. So with the asphyxiating bolts still not being used by Crusher, it will be very hard for Reciprocity to stop this plant from going down, as Skies is positioned in the lobby, going to be unable to stop the plant, but it looks like Achieve getting aggressive here onto Laxing on the bomb, so a nice flank could come out here from Skies if he so chooses, but it's still unaware of where Biologic is placed, so Biologic stopping this completely, but no, Biologic will run in, so Skies makes a 2v2 as Laxing gets a double, but no, Achieve will trade out, so down to Achieved again in a 1v1 here, so it looks like he will go for the frag. He knows Skies is in the lobby, but Skies trading out gunfights. Now it's down to the shotgun. Looks like Achieve will rush him with the pistol, and he will clutch it out with the pistol, so...
Great. Great shots.
Master. He almost got it last round, and this round he did end up clutching it, so Achieve just putting in work this game on that IQ.
He's popping off.
13 and 0. Oh my god. Achieve is insane.
He's just baiting kills, bro. He hasn't died once, but they've lost 2 rounds, man. He's just baiting kills. Come on now.
Rexy, I guess that little talk last night kind of helped him.
Yeah.
But either way, Achieved is having an outstanding game. I can't believe he hasn't died once, but I've been really playing it very well in this matchup. And I mean, what Coastline is defender sided. I feel like all the maps are defender sided, depending on what the operator ban is.
Bomb located by attackers.
Looks like it's going to be a similar hold upstairs with all those holes and the castle barricades as well. So they're going to be going for that top floor hold inside of VIP.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So looks like back to the double bar is going to be Reciprocity, but unable to really win the secondary site has been Reciprocity the whole game. Hookah was the only round they found success on. They've tried all 3 sites. They've tried double bar, they've tried kitchen, they've tried penthouse, and now they're going to go back to the double bar. So let's see if they can make it work this time, as Coastline being notoriously the most difficult to defend in the whole game, I'd say. So if they can win this round, that would be huge for Team Reciprocity.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be going through that same push to office as well as aquarium with Merc on the top floor. Nobody's going to be holding it around this time, as Laxing is going to be roaming all the way over inside of the penthouse. So 2 people in main lobby as Mark may rotate up these main stairs, but I don't think better of it. As Biologic's actually just going to repel in. The first kill will come out from the Skies as he just tap fires right onto Bolo, doing enough damage on that gun. But Bounty Palace will come out from Biologic. He's going to open up the close blue bar wall so that way they can walk in and possibly go for the plant, but they're going to have to take care of that main lobby pressure, as well as those operators are going to be able to peek right underneath those shotgun holes and take down anybody that's going to try to plant.
Yeah, an early pick there onto Zofia by Skies. Skies has just been going insane on the SMG-11. Personally, I think the SMG-11 is one of the harder guns to control in the game, so really just making it work as Skies just it's really respectable, honestly. But this round so far, Reciprocity is looking very good to start off with. Getting that pick early is huge, and Mark holding down CC has to cross through the lobby, and it looks like Laxing will be on the Mozzie this time. But suddenly, the bomb's getting planted by Crusher, and Biologic picks up one onto Skies. So is Reciprocity aware the plant's going down? It doesn't look like it, and the plant will be successful by TSM. So now it's a 4v4 post-plant situation, with Achieved on the roof getting another kill onto Mark. So not looking good here for Reciprocity, as they were just unaware that the plant was going down at all.
Yeah, a kill will come out from Laxing as Merc takes down Foxay, but looks like they're going to a couple of confusion down in plant. They're not sure where the bomb got planted. Looks like Laxing is going to go for the run out here onto the balcony. Will he catch out the Capital? No. Crusher turns right around and takes out Laxing. It's to leave this all up to Retro. Has a Scott on somebody on the outside, but he's got 3 people he has to deal with, and with him being flashed, there's really nothing he can do. No one's peeking from the side of TSM, and it's going to be a round win for TSM, putting us up 4-2. A nice shot by Retro, but ultimately useless.
Great job from the TSM,
Backless.
recognizing that they can plant in blue bar, and not a lot of denial coming out from Rec near the site. I think they planned on denying from main lobby, but the wall allowed them to plant inside of blue bar.
Yeah, just unable to smoke it off there was Skies, and Mark playing in lobby was too focused on CC. He could have just, I guess, actually Achieve was on the roof, but still, just lack of intel. It looked like they were unaware completely that plant was going down, and Achieve picking up his 14th kill of the game in only 6 rounds. Could be coming for Rampy's record, even though it's not a Pro League game. I think, what's the record, 21, 22?
23.
23? He's well on his way right now as he's playing out of his mind. He doesn't even need Buck. They target banned him. It doesn't even matter. Achieve putting in work for Team Solo Mid.
So the first site for TSM is going to be Blue Bar and Sunrise. That's pretty interesting, and it looks like there will be a Twitch drone. So if the Twitch drone does get caught in this round, I'll still donate the $10,000.
But it was 1,000.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah, last time Laxing was putting a lot of pressure on them on the purple tarp when they did go hookah the first time. So I'm glad that they went downstairs first, and hopefully they recognize that he does go on the purple tarp every time, and can deny it when they do eventually have to go hookahs affiliates.
Yeah, so the purple tarp, obviously a powerful position, but onto the double bar here is going to be the first site from TSM. Pretty interesting, as it hasn't really been that great for Reciprocity, so let's see if they can hold it any better than Reciprocity did in their 2 rounds, as it looks like Laxton will be using the G36C, so definitely an interesting option as he will be aggressively pushing in onto this Maestro through service. And looks like Merc in position in the lobby to hold his crossfire.
Yeah, they're just going to be droning outside a little bit, taking out a few of the cameras, and it will be Skies on that Twitch. So putting his drone to great use so far in this round is they've got this Maestro pinched inside of kitchen. They've got somebody on the kitchen window, and they've got somebody pushing from the service side of things. Bolo could possibly peek the kitchen window, but risk losing his life for it, as Biologic is pretty stuck on an island by himself right now. Laxing is going to try to drone him out through the bathroom, and will spot out the Maestro and try to get his cam out of there before anything happens. And Biologic is going to rotate into service, having a little bit of a difficult time there with the drones. It looks like Laxing trying to hold this tight angle above the walls. I'm not even sure what you would call that little area, but trying to hold a nice angle indeed.
Twitch reflex, different.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. And, you know, normally, I run the hollow on, but I mean, I'm no expert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're also a plat 3, so anyway.
Well, I was telling Rex the other day. The wave.
Going into this round here, looks like Reciprocity's going to try to push through that Sunrise door, and Merc here still holding down the lobby, but looks like the pressure's starting to mount here onto the Sunrise door by Mark. Just throwing those nades in, trying to get Bolo off of this couch position. It's already, I think that's the second smoke coming out here from Crusher. So with 55 seconds left, this is definitely winnable, as Laxing just barely misses the head right there of, I think that might have been Achieve, not sure, but Skies will get the first pick onto Achieve. So picking up his 2nd death in the 6th round is Achieve. So Skies on that FAMAS, just putting in a lot of work with that such high fire rate and high damage. But with only 30 seconds left here, they're gonna have to start making this plant work, and it looks like Foxay will get another kill onto Crusher before
getting traded out.
Actually, my guy's lagging so bad I can't even see what's going on.
Oh, Bolo and Merc are going to double up, and it's going to be Retro drops top over, but it's going to be Merc that evens out the man count, making it a 1v1, and Laxing on 1 HP He literally died to 1 more second of that goo mine. He's gonna have to pull that out, and does have the diffuser though, so he could possibly go for the plant. But Merc has all of the advantage here. He's got time on his side and HP. So Laxing does hear the Jaeger on the other side of the bar, and he's gonna go for the push, and it's gonna be Merc to shut it down. She's giving him the no-no.
Nice round, TSM.
Yeah, Rec with a lot of picks. It was a 3-5, I believe, but Bolo trading out 2 of them made an even man count and allowed the team to take over Sunrise again, and Laxing getting put in a hard place there with being on 1 shot.
Raise your mute your Discord notifications, bro. Chat's complaining.
That's not mine.
Who's this then?
I don't know. Somebody's
Soldier.
What do you mean? That's not me.
Somebody with shitty mic.
Unfortunate.
I'm telling you, it's not me. I have my notifications muted.
The round count
So-
is 5-2, and this is Reciprocity's map, so
Yeah, just it's really weird because each team on their own map well, I guess Reciprocity hasn't lost yet. They definitely could still bring this back, but Hookah, generally considered being the strongest map or the strongest bomb site on this map, now being brought out from TSM, and I just want to say it's definitely really interesting that Bolo chose to bring the Rook rather than the Maestro, as I feel like Maestro's just typically a better operator. He has a better gun. He also provides you with more plant denial, so maybe, I don't even know. I can't really fathom why you'd bring a Rook instead of a Maestro, but maybe he's just feeling the MP5. I don't know.
Is the pizza skin allowed?
I think the uniform's not allowed, but I don't think the pizza skin is.
No, I
matters.
think that might only be for Pro League.
I don't know. I heard something about it yesterday.
Like you can't see people, right? You can't see.
Well, no, I just heard that like you
not
can't
allowed,
use
but the
it.
weapon skin is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either
I
way,
think it's just only the uniform.
Yeah.
Merc getting extremely aggressive here onto the front door before he decides to go ahead and fall off of that angle. It looks like Laxing will try to get onto the purple tarps as Fox is like, yo, go up there, get on the purple tarps. But I think this got patched actually, this particular way to get on there. At
There's
least
still
they
a way.
said.
That's unfortunate
Yeah,
for
I don't
Laxing.
know if you can. I don't know if you can do it from the old angle. As I looked in the patch notes, I'm pretty sure it did get patched. So.
It's like a run-up glitch you have to do.
Yeah, where like you look left and right, and then it gives you the vault prompt.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, Lion here, we didn't really talk about that much, but Lion being brought out for the first time between these 2 opponents, just gonna be influential in stopping their rotation. As it looks like there is someone playing in luggage, so if Retro chooses to repel up here, he could be shut down very quickly if he's not aware of the person in luggage. But no, he looks like he will drone it out, and he will spot. That is, I believe, achieved on the Valkyrie, so could go for some wall banks here, but no, it looks like achieved will choose to rotate out. No, he's just still sitting over there, so just waiting, biding his time, going for the flank, as he will be droned out again. So with full control being gotten here, it looks like Skies will actually go for an aggressive peek, as they do have full control of Aquarium now, and Biologics has actually been downed on the Mozzie, so now in a 3 versus 4 with Biologics on such low HP, Merc, you're gonna have to go for a great flank as the drone will spot him out, and wow, he does win the fight anyway against Sky, so nice shot there from Merc, equalizing it into a 3v3. Laxing still underneath, trying to displace these roamers out of their anchor spots, and it looks like Mark the Shark here getting ready to possibly go in and contend in the hookah lounge as Foxay goes for rotate through theater, possibly trying to find out where Merc is playing at. As Merc's still ever dangerous on this roam, as it looks like Foxay will find the kill on the Biologics, and he almost finds a second, but Crusher sets him down at the SMG-11, so a 2v2 now between Merc and Crusher and Mark and Laxing, but they do have control of site, and Mark is going to go for the plant here. Do they have anything to stop it? Does Crusher have any smokes? Looks like the smoke is too late from Crusher. He's going to have to push in. He vaults in. Can he find the kill? He does find the kill onto Mark, so now a 1v1 with on 1 HP. Laxing wins it out, so well played from Laxing right there to be able to bring that round back after the land was stuck by Mark the Shark.
An excellent round from Reciprocity, trying to bring this back to a little bit more even.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Clubhouse was TSM's map, and this is Reciprocity's map.
Yes.
You would be correct.
Yeah, this is Reciprocity's map, so starting to bring it back, as it looks like TSM going to go and switch up their site onto the kitchen, and Sky's going to go and go into that Habana, so We've definitely seen a lot of variety between the site choices between these teams, as a different one every single time for TSM, as well as a different one each time for Reciprocity. So it just shows the variety of coastline. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I feel like all the rounds have been like really close, and come down to 1v1s mostly, and yeah, comes down to the last player usually.
Yeah, this game has actually been really entertaining, honestly. There's been a lot of 1v1s and close rounds. Like, honestly, that was kind of expected between both of these teams, as the DreamHack Valencia went the way of TSM, but last play day, it was Reciprocity taking the W on this map. So definitely TSM learned a lot from their last matchup. With TSM, is like Merc goes for an aggressive run out, will be losing about half of his HP there. But like I was saying before, yeah, TSM has definitely been doing some film. Maybe they were pulling a G2 and saving strats for Raleigh Qualifiers. Who knows? Just speculation. But they definitely look a lot better than they did in the previous play day.
Yeah.
Attackers have dropped the bomb. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
It looks like TSM mainly focusing on holding down this. They're not really focused on holding the Sunrise bar. They're mainly playing in contention with the service. But Foxay put on 1 HP by Achieved. Achieved putting in work this game on the MPX. Can he find his 15th frag? Looks like he's just going to choose to rotate out, as he does put Fox on about 1 HP. Pressure going for some shots to the wall, and Merc here on the flank, unsure of where anyone is, but nobody in VIP. Retro above here could be caught out by Merc if he chooses to rotate into the hallway, as it looks like Retro here just watching for flank. So if Merc rotates in, he might actually be caught off by Retro, and looking for Valcams right now is Mark the Shark, but unable to find any in Sunrise. So Sunrise control being completely forfeited by TSM, as Foxay holds the long flank watch there all the way out from outside on the terrace. So definitely need to start getting the site push going, as it looks like Laxing might be able to find one through the drone hole, but no, he hops over at the last second, and he does end up getting caught out there by Laxing. I think the game sound might be a little messed up. Razor's also.
I fixed it.
Fix it?
Yeah, looks like Merc is going to be going for a nice run out here onto the aquarium. It looks like, though, Laxing was ready for it. I'm not sure if they had a drone or what up there, but an excellent game sense by Laxing to take off that frag, as they're going to spot the Legion out inside of Kitchen. Laxing could possibly just walk right into the objective, but there might be a Legion trap in his way. He's going to have to clear that first without giving away his position, as Biologic's just going to hold on to the main lobby. Has these holes to play with here, as he's going to spot out the IQ and going to down her. That's going to be Mark the Shark off the board, but he tries to run away, and it's going to be Skies to shoot him in the back, as Laxing is trying to make his way in, and they'll shut down the Legion. Achieved in the main lobby. He's going to find 2 kills. He's in the 1 versus 4 situation. Can he get the 1 versus 4 clutch? Retro has a Goo-Mine in him, so you have to take that out. 20 seconds left in the round. Skies going to try to hold this angle. They might go for the aggressive push here, as Retro isn't going for the plant just yet. Achieve's going to push down the long hallway. Does the attackers know that he's right here? The Nitro Star's going to come out through the wall, but Sky's going to run away just in time, as he's going to play the long angle here. Behind the kitchen counter is the Zofia, but it's going to be Skies to win out that round. An excellent attack from Reciprocity, as they're starting to bring this one back.
Yeah, Merc being aggressive there didn't come out in his favor, and could have played it way better, I think. Crusher though, unfortunate for him, got caught through the drone hole. But
yeah,
props to Laxing for getting those kills.
Yeah, how many kills does Achieved have? I need to know. I think it was at 17, 16?
16. See, you dropped the 20 ball in this game.
Achieved is the coastline player, so that was a huge round right there for Reciprocity. I think they needed that one pretty badly, as going on to match point would be huge for TSM and would allow them to close it out, as Bolo not looking so great. They're going to throw him on the Jaeger, put him where he belongs, on the fragging out.
I think Bolo's dropping the same exact
Kills
right now. Kills and deaths as the last play day.
Yeah, anyway. So back to the double bar here is TSM. So this was their first successful site, first and only successful defense. Really looked pretty good on this site. So let's see what Reciprocity chooses to do differently here. As last time it came down to laxing in a 1v1, so almost ended up winning it out. But these rounds have just been really close. So with it getting close to the end of the match here, one of the teams is possibly going to have to try and pull away here, and it could be TSM if they choose or if they win this defense right here.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a push, possibly through the top floor with all of this soft destruction with the Sledge and the Zofia, but again, it looks like this is going to be a fairly weird defense. It looks like they have achieved playing over on red carpet inside of the office hallway, and it looks like Biologic's going to start to hold on to Kitchen, and it looks like Laxing may have tried to go under the tarp again, but I guess it's patched now.
And maybe. Either way, achieved on the dock now. Easily in the chat, so I think I have permission to say he's officially been promoted to dock with his 16 frags. Just going to let him start peeking everything. He's just been hitting his shots really pretty much all day. He's putting in work on Clubhouse and now just really going insane on Coastline. Looks like achieved here. Going to be peeking through this window as it looks like the attack is going to start to come out from Reciprocity. They're all stacking on that peak wall side. It looks like the nades coming out here from Fox are just going to force the defenders completely off their positions, and a lot of site control right now is being gained by Reciprocity, but the smoke is going to start to deny that as Bolo picks up his third kill of the game onto Fox. So nice shot there, Bolo with a second onto Retro. So not looking too good here for Reciprocity before Crusher finally checked out Bolo with a third right there onto Mark. So in a technical 4 versus 2 right now, but with the res coming out here, it's going to be a 5v2 all down to Laxing and Skies. So let's see what they can do to salvage this round, but just getting choked in this tiny, like, office of death right here is that's where they've just been stalled out completely as the smokes they've been choking on that toxic gas as well as just the beaks coming out aggressively from Team Solar Mid.
Definitely a strong round from Bolo as he's found all 3 of the kills in this round so far. It looks like Laxing is trying to get an angle on top of this bar to spot the head there. Oh, and he gets the down onto Bolo. I think that was Bolo, yeah. Crusher's going to go for the revive and one tap coming out from Laxing. That angle proving to be a vital part of this round, but it looks like Achieved will get Bolo back up with that stim pistol, so the doc coming in very handy there.
Yeah, the doc definitely helping out right there. And it looks like Laxing will be downed off there.
The free fire.
Are they gonna be able to finish him off? It looks like Skies, the last one up here. Forward team Reciprocity, and it looks like the teabag coming out from Merc. Merc with a little bit of BM there onto Laxing, and Achieve hitting another shot there onto Skies. I kind of want this game to go into OT just so we can see Achieve get some more kills, but onto match point is TSM, and this is Reciprocity's map, so really odd that it looks like both of the teams that chose their respective maps are going to end up losing on that. So each team's going to lose on the map that they picked is what it's looking like so far, unless Reciprocity can bring it back and win 2 in a row here. So Penthouse is going to be the next defense to come out from TSM, so that will be the full rotation of Coastline from TSM and Reciprocity, choosing all 4 sites at least once.
Yeah, Rex, I think Bolo heard you there and stepped it up just for you.
That's how I was put.
Yeah, he stood his ground there, had some crazy shots.
So, pretty interesting that Skies is going to choose to bring out the Nomad for the first time. Going to be really helpful in denying those rotations that are going to come out late from Achieved and possibly Merc and Bolo, although who could all be roaming downstairs. So, Nomad, obviously a really powerful operator to stop runouts, stop rotations, and just overall a really great operator. So going to be really interesting to see how Reciprocity chooses to use the Nomad.
That's the first Nomad that we've seen today in this whole game. This whole matchup.
Yeah, it is, and Nomad hasn't been banned either game. So just the flanks, obviously Reciprocity not wanting to deal with the operators, the roamers punishing them in the rotation. So yeah, really curious to see how TSM is going to choose to hold this, as Penthouse, again, like I said earlier, not really regarded as one of the better sites on this map, but Merc here getting aggressive, really feeling himself after the teabag onto Laxing. He will go for a few shots, but no, unable to connect any of them onto Fox and Mark who spawned over there. But
looks like he still wants
going to be taking
it.
out the cam. Yeah, he's going back for it again.
Oh, no, he almost could have had the shot, but he pulls off it. Probably a wise decision, but no, it looks like he wants to even keep peeking this angle. So, really aggressive here. Really aggressive plays from Merc as Skies can now make his way over towards this side of the map. But I'm curious as to why he's not using those nomads onto the runouts, onto that main window. But, I mean, possibly just not where he had planned, as Laxing is going to be holding the long angle. I feel like Laxing is the king of holding these long pixel peeks as pulls up the breaching charge. I'm not sure what that was for, but could possibly find the angle onto that Jaeger. See, now they're holding the same angle. Now this is kind of pointless for Laxing to be here. No fall off, so that's a good call from Laxing.
Go ahead and fall off, yeah. So it looks like they are choosing to leave the pulse unattended down here with Skies dedicated on the flank watch perhaps, but are they going to be able to get rid of Crusher right here without that Capital that they've been bringing? It's going to be really difficult to displace Crusher here as he does have 2 ADSs protecting from the nades. Is it all 3?
It's all 3 of the ADSs here.
All 3 ADSs there, so really going to be pretty much impossible to get him out of there as this is honestly looking like a pretty good defense so far coming out here from Team Solo Mid, and Foxay worried about the pulse is going to be just chilling on the top of that. Sky is going to try and flash Crusher, but he will get choked out by those toxic babes from Crusher, so I think Reciprocity is definitely well aware of his presence behind there, but they just can't seem to deal with him.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do, and they've still got the pulse to worry about down below. Merc is bringing a nitro shell, but a nice grenade from Foxay. He's got to finally take Crusher out, and the plant is going to start to go down for Marcus. He's actually going to come off it as he gets warned about the pulse. He's going to plant right on the site. Is the nitro shell going to come out? No, it looks like it's going to miss. Achieve doesn't even be able to spot it. Laxing takes out Achieve, and the plant gets set down by Mark. Biologic gets one onto the main window, but it's going to make this a 3v4 now as the Maestro Cam is going to come out onto the IQ. Merc looks like he wants to go for that run out onto service, but Laxing there for the shutdown as Bolo finds one inside of the theater. Still a 2v3 is, oh, a nice shot there by Bolo, but it looks like he'll just light up Skies to about 1 HP. His Sky's shot is just a little bit better, leaving this all up to Biologic. He has the gun to clutch us out, but does he have the HP? It definitely doesn't look like he does now, as he's about 1 HP. Anything will kill him, even a flashbang. But oh, a nice shot onto Skies. He's gonna go for the shots onto the back of the bed too. He's gonna find Mark as well. The last one is on the main window with such little HP and no more ammo. No time for Biologic to clutch this round out. Reciprocity stave off map number 2.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a nice try there from Biologics, but just ran out of time and ammo. A really well thought out attack there from Reciprocity, as the Pulse did end up missing a C4, which ultimately probably cost him the round, as Mark was able to stick that plant relatively easily, and then Laxing on the flank watch there punished the 2 players underneath. So a really good attack there from Reciprocity for sure, and it looks like we'll see Kitchen come out here from Team Solo Mid. And the Capital is going to be brought back again from Sky. So definitely a lot of flexible operators from Reciprocity, as they're just really bringing out different operators every single round. And as soon as I say that, he switches back onto the Nomad. So Caster's Curse, I guess. But Achieve going back on the dock here. They promoted him to dock yet again. And yeah, going to be interesting to see how they choose to hold the kitchen site, as I think they were unsuccessful the last time they defended it. I'm pretty sure they won Hookah and Double Bar, I think, or did they win Double Bar twice?
Yeah, I think they won
Double Bar twice.
Don't time them out for 600 seconds. Just time them out for like 3 minutes. Because 600 seconds is like 10 minutes.
That's good math right there, Razors. This is why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, this is why I get paid the big bucks to cast this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They give me R6 credits to cast this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've got a deal working.
Yeah, right.
I've got a deal working. You don't know about it. You guys can just forget I said that.
I don't hear it. Anyway, so it looks like, contrary to the defense coming out from Reciprocity, they're going to choose not to play so many people upstairs, as when we saw Reciprocity defend this, they just chose to go with a heavy roam strategy, which honestly it looked like it was going to work out for them, but unfortunately just the site collapse was too much for TSM, and they ended up winning their attack onto Kitchen. So TSM going for a very different strategy than we saw from Reciprocity, as they're going to focus more on the first floor rather than playing the vertical game through the floors like we saw Reciprocity. So the first step of this plan, they're going to have to contend with the smoke, I think that was, playing in offices, but he might have chosen to rotate out of there as Skies. I'm going to go ahead and, no, I don't know who it was somebody in there.
Merc.
Merc is in there on the vigil, so.
Yeah, it's trying to hold off that push from office, which is, I mean, it's been an essential part of both of these two teams' attacks on coastline in general, as they've been using that for their push into when the bar is, or when the site's bars, or even when it's kitchen. So definitely a good idea for Merc to try to hold off this push for now.
Yeah. And then also another stark contrast between these two teams' defenses on kitchen is that there's a heavy emphasis here by TSM onto the Sunrise bar, and last time when we saw Reciprocity defend this, they just kind of gave TSM the site control, or not the site control, the Sunrise control, which maybe ended up costing them that round, but it looks like Skies will get a nice kill onto Achieve there, so that's the dock off the board from the roof, so shutting down Achieve, definitely a good start to the round, and we might be able to see OT here between these two teams. But unfortunately, they still have yet to clear out Sunrise. It looks like Bolo's getting a little bit aggressive onto the kitchen window, holding the angle through the bomb. But, yeah, the Sunrise control still being held with only a minute left. Bolo hitting a nice shot there onto Foxe, so winning that fight out onto the L8 with the ACOG, definitely a really good shot from Bolo right there. And it looks like Reciprocity is just kind of stuck. Like, they don't really have that much site control. They don't have very much map control in general, as all of them are outside right now, except for, it looks like, no, they are all outside. So with only 45 seconds left and a smoke still alive on defense, is looking really good for TSM right here to close this game out. Mark gonna hit that barbed wire, gonna alert his presence, and that will be the first smoke grenade smoking out Mark from pushing in, and Merc here in a really good position to flank, but it looks like he might get into a gunfight right here. Is he aware? And it looks like Skies will win it out, so a nice shot there from Skies, equalizing it, or not equalizing it, putting it at 3 versus 4 for Reciprocity.
20 seconds left. The last air jab will come out. It's going to be a nice jump down there from Biologic. He just hops off the top shelf and takes down Skies. That's going to make the Zofia in the lobby worry more about him. It's a double tilt from Bolo, and Crusher finishes it off. Crusher takes the last kill. It's going to make this a 2v1 for Retro if they want to keep this from going to a map 3. It's going to be all up to the smoke, but doesn't know exactly where he is. Another good half.
Great job from TSM.
Yeah, so TSM winning it out will send us to a third map, and the third map is Cafe Dostoevsky. So, I don't really know. I've never really seen these teams play Cafe a whole lot, so I'm not really sure who it favors, but I definitely think it's odd that the team that picked the map ended up losing it both times. So Achieve there with a 17 bomb. I think he had 14 through like 6 rounds, so that was just insane from Achieve there. But
Alright, I guess I can start it. Yeah.
Yeah. Start it.
There we go, baby. Map number 3.
Let's see. We'll move on until we get put down into the losers bracket.
So what about you, Razors? Who do you think is gonna take this map?
I don't know, honestly. I haven't seen either of these. I think I've seen maybe Reciprocity. I've seen play Cafe before, but I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea how either of these two teams play Cafe.
Nomad gonna be banned out there by Reciprocity. Nomad's definitely really good on this map just because of the limited amount of rotations that there is. So Nomad really good this map for sure. So definitely not too surprising of a ban. That's definitely an interesting one right there. Takaibi choosing to be banned out there by TSM. I don't know. I don't think Takaibi's that strong of an operator. Must have some insight that obviously we casters don't know, but I don't know. That's definitely a weird ban. What do you guys think about that?
It's definitely an interesting ban.
Definitely interesting. I actually agree with you.
Looks like Mira will be banned as well. I should really be having somebody else, one of you guys, like do this shit for me, like with the operator bans. That way, every time I tab out to change like the operator bands for my overlay.
Just give me the roll.
It's too late now. Like no, it's not the roll. It's about like with the logging into my map ban account.
Oh.
So Looks like we will see Achieved on his signature buck this time, so not being banned out by Reciprocity. We're gonna get to see some legendary Achieved buck gameplay, I'm sure. So,
Oh my God,
the first
yeah.
site is gonna be the 3rd floor bar cocktail site by
Protect your bombs from being defused by
Reciprocity
attackers.
here. Did Echo get banned? I didn't actually. I wasn't really paying attention. So.
I actually don't know.
The bans?
Yeah.
It was Mira, Okabe, Nomad, and Echo.
Okay, so there is no Echo available. I was just wondering, but yeah, definitely no Jaeger here. Being brought out by Reciprocity really could be punished by Achieve. So, gonna be interesting to see how they choose to attack this site, as it looks like a large focus here going to be put onto the cocktail side of the map. And some pre-placed holes being set up, maybe some vertical gameplay, as they do actually reinforce the mining wall. So an interesting off-site hold here being set up by Reciprocity, and even reinforcing this. Looks like they might want to try and play maybe from pillars or in mining hall to play that vertical gameplay with those C4s that they brought on Laxing and possibly Fox A as well.
It's definitely an interesting setup for a top floor defense, holding so many reinforcements down below, as it looks like Laxing might want to get arrested here. He spots out the holes from Achieved on that garage wall, and it looks like Achieved will spot him out on the drone, and we'll just wait for the push out to come, as Mozzie's also going to get spotted out here. Some nice drones from Achieved, as that's a nice angle there from Fox A, able to hold on to that drop, I believe. Wow, that's a really nice angle, I think. Is that all the way onto the drop?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it
that's,
is.
Onto the red drop.
Oh, you can just shotgun this hole. Wow. That's a nasty angle.
Might have to start using that.
Oh, but Polo just going to come flying out of nowhere. The nice drone there by... I guess that was Achieved's drone that was able to get that. So, nice coordination there between Polo and Achieved.
Yeah, so a good early pick there onto Fox A is going to help out the attack from TSM. It looks like Merc here going to be contesting these windows. I'm not sure, is there anyone from Reciprocity choosing to contest this, but no, it looks like Mark is playing near Pixel, but Cigar Lounge already being forfeited only about a minute into the game is really big, as now they can start to work the pressure onto the site even more. But Laxing here, still playing from below, trying to get that pick onto the hatch drop, and Bolo could find himself in a dangerous spot, but no, he chooses to rotate out. So Laxing trying to get a pick with the C4 to bring it back into even man count, as it looks like the pressure is really starting to mount here from TSM as they start to close in on the Team Reciprocity defense. Still a little bit of drone work coming out, and another Vault camera from Laxing there is going to provide a lot of intel, as he could possibly get a C4 kill here. Does he manage to connect it? Yes, he does. So Laxing out with the C4 kill, but Merc trades one out onto Mark there. So in a good spot here is TSM with no more C4 on the board. Laxing's going to choose to rotate up white here, so in another powerful position, as it looks like Crusher is going to try and open up this freezer wall. They do spot out Retro holding that long angle with that Alba 5.56, and looks like Achieved here going to contest that angle with Buck, and he will win that fight onto Retro, so a nice peek there from Achieved, putting it in a 4v2.
Yeah, it's going to make this 30 seconds left in the round, all up to Laxing and Sky. So back again to the Xbox duo. We've seen them clutch out similar positions before, but it's going to definitely be a tall feat as the push is starting to come in through the cocktail lounge, as Achieved barely misses out on the grenade there. We could possibly see a rotate from Laxing here, as he's playing inside of washrooms, and he is going to rotate right through. Crusher is going to find Skies, though, so it's all up to Laxing. He'll find one onto Achieved. He's going to make this a 1 versus 3 situation here. All he needs to do is stand up, and he'll find the diffuser. He spots out the IQ, and he'll spot out the Thatcher as well, but it's a nice shot by Merc, as it's going to make the first round on Cafe go in favor of TSM.
Really, really close to Laxing be able to clutch that.
Yeah, planted right in front of them, but just good coverage right there from Merc. Looks like we're going to have a rehost here coming out from TSM, as the crash did happen before the action phase, so we will grant them a rehost, as that is...
It was obvious, bro. He just left the game and then came back on a different account. I mean, it was obvious that it was him.
Alright, who cares? Let's focus on this game, yeah?
I don't know, bro. I kind of keep talking about this.
No one cares about Xbox. They care about this game. This is really a decider to see who goes to the finals.
Well, yeah, but there's nothing
see who
happening
goes
right
to
now.
Raleigh.
We're just talking right now. We're creating.
I could be giving some in-depth analysis right now, but instead we're talking about Xbox. Like, who cares?
In-depth analysis? Are you
definitely
kidding
not
me?
chat.
What are you talking about?
All right. Anyway,
You act like
So
you
it
act
looks
like you
like
run this place, bro. This is my stream. I can kick you out. You act like you act like you run the joint. What's going on here?
Reciprocity is going back to Bar Cocktail after failing to defend it the first time. They will bring out the Cade this time. So Cade going to be influential in stopping them from opening up that cocktail wall if they choose to reinforce that, as there is no Thatcher on the attacker side right now. So definitely a good 6 pick there from Fox A, as it's going to be really hard for them to get that Cade off the wall, because if they just repel in that window, it's obviously a dangerous position, and then he can obviously place it like pretty high up, so it's difficult to find. These pre-placed holes from Fox A are coming out yet again, so obviously going to continuing to play those vertical angles is going to be Reciprocity.
It's like the same hole basically.
10 seconds remaining.
Interested to see if TSM will attack it the same way, or Rec is gonna give them something different to be aware of.
Looks like Buck's gonna hold that angle onto the white stairs again. Achieved. He's just gonna hold the rotate and let his teammates repel on the south wall. I mean, this is a good hold for Achieved. I mean, he's got this drone here, and I'm sure that he's got the other drone as well in Red Hallway. But oh, it looks like he will spot the Valkyrie going for a run out. That's gonna be Laxing taking down Bolo. What a nice run out there from the Valkyrie, just getting barely spotted on that drone by Achieved, and could even try to push onto this white garage, as Chief does still have the drone in position, and he's going to be waiting to see where this push comes out from Laxing, as he's just going to be wasting time at this point.
Yeah, so a nice pick there from Reciprocity onto Bolo. First pick is always a really good thing to get, and then as well as the Zofia, that's going to mean the Maestro cams will be able to stay up pretty much the whole round, as that's the only Maestro cam denial available on the attackers. So a really good start there for Reciprocity, and with 1 minute and 45 seconds left, not looking too great here for TSM.
Yeah, it looks like Fox he has a nitro cell inside of the impact, so I believe that could be Mark trying to go for the impact trick. He does have 2 impacts, and maybe Skies. No, it doesn't look like Skies has an impact either. But the first exothermic charge will come out onto the main wall, and Fox will place down his Kaid promptly. As again, like you said, there's no Thatcher to deny this, as some nitro cell is going to come flying through. That's going to light up Biologic. He's only got a goo mine, and he's going to fall down to the ground. Could possibly see the rotate come up, as it doesn't look like anybody's in a position to pick up the Ash. Laxing is still playing down below, as the Chief is making his way in the bathroom, but that's going to be Skies to shut him down with the shotgun, as it's going to make this a 5v2 for Crusher and Merc. Trying to go for the pickup onto their fallen teammate of Biologic. They'll both get there. One will have to cover the other, as it's going to make it back to a 3v5.
Yeah, so really TSM hitting a brick wall right there as they chose to attack the site. It's now a 1v4 all up to Merc on the Jackal here, but with all of this intel and utility still available for Reciprocity, we should likely see a closeout here, and Merc might be able to pick up a few impactless frags, but unable to really get anything. It's Laxing through the floor, up through the little closet. That's a really nice angle right there being played, and yeah, it just looked like TSM would just kind of hit a brick wall once they got control of Cigar, because no Thatcher, like you said, as well as the impact trick being set up. Mark on the Legion mines, or Mark on the Legion with the goo mines, sorry. But, and then Skies on the smoke, just really making a wall between site and just TSM unable to overcome that.
Yeah, it looks like the attackers were, as you said, they had control Cigar, but they lost 2 guys peeking into Freezer, I believe, and that's was a detriment pretty much to the round after that.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be the kitchen defense now for the Reciprocity, as they're gonna be putting Fox A onto that pulse. So Gonna be going for that vertical pressure. I don't know if Mark. It looks like Mark is a nitro cell as well. So bringing in the 3 pairs of nitro cells will be Reciprocity. So it looks like they might be going for a top floor defense as well, or not a top floor, but a train defense.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, with the buck being available for the attackers, you kind of have to put at least some sort of emphasis on the mining room control. Otherwise, the buck can just go to work on the destructible floor. And so with the setup being placed in mining room and train, it will provide a little bit more protection for the anchors on site, as Machine will have to worry about getting flanked or getting contested from a long angle. So definitely, I think a wise setup there from Reciprocity to put a little bit of emphasis onto the second floor.
Looks like they're going to be going for the rappel here on these windows, and it's going to be Mark to find the first frag. He just runs out of bakery there, and Bolo is nowhere in sight to try to deny it. So a nice early pick there for Mark, as he's going to put the IQ off the board. Those Valkyrie cameras and that pulse are going to be allowed to remain for a lot longer than they would have if the IQ had been left on the board. So a very excellent pick by Mark.
Yeah, so Mark, I think that's his second round in a row he's actually gotten first pick, so really good job from Mark there, just getting aggressive. And like you said earlier, this setup here onto the mining room is really just slowing down the attack from TSM and making them use even more utility that they are trying not to use. They're trying to use it on the site, but Reciprocity just making them use it on the second floor, as Mark here going to try to come in and make this pinch happen on the player in train, as Crusher watches the flank from White Stairs. Achieved even going to the third floor, as Laxing here stuck between a rock and a hard place, as Bolo is in mining room and one coming from train with Achieved above him. Laxing finally going to get taken out right there by, or yeah, Achieved takes out Laxing. So now in a 4v4 they can start to go to work on that floor with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the round. So 1 minute and 30 is definitely a lot of time to do some reconstruction on that mining room floor, but the Pulse, with the IQ being off the board, is definitely able to get a nitro cell kill here, or even provide endless intel like he's doing right now, as Fox A is relaying the information to his team that the push is starting to come out from White, as Achieve goes upstairs to the third floor and starts to do that reconstruction. Pulse might be able to get a kill through the floor, but no, he already used his C4, so.
Looks like they both used their C4s. I'm not sure when that happened, but it's going to be Achieved. He'll find another kill. A nice shot there through the floor to take down Mark, as it puts it in a 4v3. Again, 40 seconds left in the round, and some grenades are going to get tossed in through some holes in the floor. And again, it looks like Retro is still holding on to this east hallway here outside of Freezer. I'm not sure what exactly his plan is here. Maybe use those Maestro cameras for later in the round. But again, it looks like the push is directed towards Bakery, as it's a nice angle from Merc, but he will ultimately lose the fight as Crusher just walks right into sight and takes down Fox A. He's got full control of the site for right now, and he's got only one person off site. Bolo will take down Skies. That leaves us all up to Retro inside of the VIP section. He has no idea where any of the attackers are, and it's going to be Merc to shut it down. A nice round there from TSM.
Yeah, through the floor there, like I said, the Achieved on the buck, just a great buck player, able to get that pick to the floor, just open up the round for TSM. So well played by TSM right there, dismantling the second floor hold from Reciprocity and being able to work the site attack however they chose once they had that control.
Yep. Getting rid of Laxing upstairs as well was great for their push, because Laxing seems to be like a great roamer when it comes to making flanks on people.
Yeah, Laxing really has been doing pretty well on his roams today, so shutting him down early, like you said, definitely helps out on the side of TSM. So I wish I could see what site they went, but Razor's alt-tabbed right now again.
I'm not alt-tabbed, bro. Shut up.
Sorry.
I'm going. Chill. I went back downstairs.
Let's see what they're doing. Alright, yeah, so they went back downstairs, and let's see what they did a little bit differently this time, as last round we saw heavier focus upstairs, and looks like we're going to see that exact same setup. So as they did in the previous round, a hard emphasis even on the third floor this time. It's like Foxy maybe setting up some goo mines up here, or placing some barbed, or not barbed wire.
I think he's just looking for drones.
Maybe looking for drones, who knows, but just running around the map here, trying to slow down the attackers is really the aim of the game, and just kind of peeling back the layers of the site defense, as that's a new one. That's a nice bug. Please stop.
Bro, I like that though. It's kind of trippy.
Alright, anyways.
Skills to pills has been banned. Yeah. Get out of here, buddy.
So, yeah, it looks like, again, the site hold going to be mainly focused on upstairs, not mainly, but 2 players upstairs to contend with the attack from TSM. It looks like Merc going to be solo entering in through the pillars, as well as Biologics coming in upstairs. And even though he got picked early last round, the IQ really influential for this round to try to get rid of some of those cameras, as well as the pollution mines.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going for that top-down take, like you were talking about. But Laxing is playing inside a piano just behind that bar. So if Biologic doesn't drone him out, it doesn't look like he did. This could be an easy kill for Laxing if Biologic just goes on in for the repel. But is the drone going to come back around? No, it looks like Biologic is going to just repel right in. This should be an easy kill for Laxing as he hears the repel and goes right for the shot. Laxing hiding right behind that bar. Biologic, you got to do your drone work. And it doesn't.
Yeah,
it will result in his death.
Just a little bit of missed droning there coming out from TSM, and it will end up costing them. And wow, Retro gets another kill and a crusher there. That's the thermite, so no hard breach left on the board for the attackers. And just it looks like lack of intel coming out right now for TSM is just costing them, as they do lose 2 attackers. Take that actually a 3v4 as Achieve gets a kill onto Laxing, so that is the roamer dispatched. But with no hard breach, this could be a difficult execute for TSM to pull off here, as Smokes sees the head.
Oh,
11 shots
what a
coming
nice
out onto
shot.
Bolo there. So nice shot right there from Skies. We'll put it in a 4v2 in favor of Reciprocity.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice shot. You can tell Skies has really been working on that SMG-11 recoil in T-Hunts. I know I've seen some stuff on his Twitter, as Fox is actually to make his rotate towards red stairs, and he gets into a gunfight with the last 2 attackers from TSM, but neither of them will do any damage as he's able to rotate all the way back down to small bakery, leaving us still in a 2v4. As the goo mines from Fox are still doing damage, nonetheless, as he has rotated, and it looks like the diffuser has been dropped down outside of the white van, so going to have to get picked up here by Merc or Achieved possibly, but with only 25 seconds left and the Maestro still playing inside of VIP Lounge. He'll get 1, he'll get 2. Retro, a 3K on the round. What a round from the Maestro player, as it just doesn't seem like TSM knows how to attack this site the second time around. Much better defense from Reciprocity.
Yeah, Reciprocity just really honestly came down to Laxing up there, just playing in a little rat corner. Was not droned out thoroughly by Biologics, and it ended up costing him his life. So a little bit of unfortunate drone play right there from TSM that probably ended up costing that round, as we will see Reciprocity go back up to the 3rd floor site. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting to see how they choose to attack this, as last time they chose not to bring the Thatcher, and Merc did bring the Thatcher in both rounds after that. So no Kaid this time, so they will be relying on the impacts of Mark and possibly Skies to deny that freezer wall from being opened. As last time that was the main choke point of the round, as they were unable to open that wall because of the Kaid being played from Reciprocity.
And it looks like they're going to be going for, I mean, probably the exact same defense. I think they're bringing the castle this time. I don't think they've brought the castle yet for this top floor, so no. The castle is...
They switched the Legion to the castle, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So definitely wanting to play Pixel is Mark. Mark has been a beast on Pixel. I think he got our first pick last time on Pixel. Mark is the Pixel player right now, and leaving castle off that white window to prevent Achieve from going on those windows, as we saw him do the previous rounds. Definitely some interesting Mozzie pests being placed here, as he places them on the hatch that will probably catch a drone. So a completely different hold here from Reciprocity, as it looks like the castle barricades are just intended to completely slow down the attackers and prevent them from getting that control of Cigar like we saw them do last time. So on the attack here, TSM is going to choose to contest these windows. We see Achieved go down and shoot that wall open with his skeleton key, but a little bit more aggression coming out from Reciprocity, as Laxing possibly could get the run out here if he chooses to rip down the front door. It looks like that's exactly what he might do. Come on, Laxing, run out. Looking on the Vault cams, does he have one outside? Not sure if he's willing to run out, but if he does, he might be able to catch 2 of them. Maybe one.
Yeah, maybe one. Achieved is a little bit behind the van, but...
Come on, Laxing, run out, Laxing.
He's not gonna do it,
Like he's gonna think better of it though. He's gonna choose to rotate back up the site. as looks like the attack is starting to come out here from TSM as the pressure starts mounting from Merc on these cigar windows. Laxing going to choose to rotate up red. Does he know that there's one on the platform above him? I believe that's Crusher on the thermite. Laxing could catch him in the back, but it looks like the flank drone from Crusher perfectly positioned. He sees the head of Laxing. So is he going to choose to take this gunfight? Looks like he will. Laxing going to choose to back up. So just a game of cat and mouse here coming out from Crusher as he does see Laxing rotate back down the main stairs as Laxing chooses to rotate through the bakery.
It's going to be Laxing, though. He found a kill on that rotate all the way downstairs. I'm not sure how he found that kill. It must have been a nice shot nonetheless, as he's got a lot of holes down here to play with, and still has the nitro cell as well, as he's just waiting for the spots to come out. He's going to have the right time, but no, it's bad timing from him as the hatch is going to get opened up by the Buck, or by the by Bolo, actually, on the Zofia. So a nice shot there by Bolo to take out the Buck, as looks like there is going to be a push starting onto Freezer. Sky's going to be the one to try to head that one off as he's stuck deep inside of it. It's going to make this a 4v4. Even man count, about 50 seconds left in the round, and still some castle barricades for this attack to go through. And one roamer left of Foxay. Does Foxay have a nitro cell? He does not, but he does have these holes, so he could possibly get some spots and maybe some shots through the floor, as Biologic is just trying to hold on to the skylight.
Yeah, Biologic with those smoke canisters is going to be really influential in this plant getting stuck here. Retro peeking these little punch holes as it looks like Merc gets a kill there onto Mark the Shark, and Crusher picks up another one on the Skies before Retro finally trades it out onto Bolo. It's all down to Retro now as Merc kills Foxay. Retro gonna miss a few shots here as he's peeking back and forth. He does not know where the angle is being held, but he hits a nice shot there on to Merc. So with 12 seconds left, the plant will start to go down here as Biologic holds the cross. Biologic in a great position to win this out, but oh, Retro hitting a few shots, but in the end it is Biologic hitting him right in the head. So a really nice angle being held from Bio and a nice try from Retro right there.
Yeah, it was a great take from TSM, be able to collapse on all the guys in Freezer and White Hallway. And Merc watching the flank on red from Lax.
That was definitely a big round for TSM. I don't know. This has kind of been going back and forth. I feel like one will win 2-1-2. It's been back and forth on all of these maps. It's the team that wins the more rounds in a row that ends up winning it.
I think it's been the first map was 4-2 or 3-3 at the half. Yeah. And then it was 4-2 at the half, and now this one's in place to be either 4-2 or 3-3. So this game has been really close throughout both maps, and it looks like the story is no different here on Cafe. I've heard different perspectives from many pros, but it seems like the general consensus is that Cafe is defensive sided, so if any of the pros are in chat, feel free to correct me, but from what I've heard, it's defender sided, so you want to win this round right here for sure if you're Team Reciprocity, as going down 4-2 on Cafe is not a good thing, and it could put TSM in a very good place to close out this game.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
5 seconds to insertion.
Looks like they're going to be going... I mean, they've been making all of these same holes. I mean, this takes a lot of ammo. They've been bringing the shotgun from both Skies, Foxay. Retro's been using his Bailiff a lot. I mean, they've been really making a lot of reconstruction on all of these sites.
Yeah, it looks like they did choose to bring the Cade this round. This looks like a cheat. It will shoot up in that garage wall like we've seen him do every single round. So, definitely just the same attack here coming out from TSM, but if it ain't broke, why fix it? As last time they were successful with this same lineup. So, choosing not to bring the castle and go back to the lineup that worked for them previously, Reciprocity with the Cade going to make it a little bit more difficult to get this wall open for TSM, as it looks like Crusher's going to go and use that first exothermic charge on the red stairs wall, and it looks like there is nobody playing in Cigar, so all of this map control will be taken up here by TSM. But the main point of contention becomes that freezer wall, which they struggled to get open the first round when Reciprocity brought the Cade.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be... I'm curious to see how they deal with these roamers this time. I mean, the roamers, they did a little bit of damage, but ultimately they didn't really matter much towards the end of the round, as the gunfight just went the way of the attack. As Skies, he's got the camera, so a nice spot there for him, Laxing, as no one's going to be able to spot this out, and it looks like he's just making the calls out for his team before the push starts to come through. Mark holding on to Freezer. Retro just sitting next to the new balcony window, as it looks like Achieved is going to try to apply pressure to him on that upside down rappel, but he will come right back off it and make his way up to the roof. So, minute 15 left in the round and still a 5v5. Both of these teams have been having surprisingly slow attacks. As I say that, though, it's going to be Bolo to find the first kill on to Retro. That's your Maestro off the board. It looks like the Legion is dancing with death here, as he's going to rotate right into Piano, but doesn't have enough ammo to take the kills. He will get the down to kill onto Crusher, but won't finish off Merc as he was trying to go for the pickup. So a nice play by Mark, a nice idea by Mark, but just did not work out without the ammo. Making this about 50 seconds up in the round. Back to a 4 versus 2 now as Bolo finds his second kill on the round. Taking down Foxy. We still got Skies and Laxing. Again, that duo that we've seen come up clutch so many times before. Skies has been excellent on this SMG-11, but he doesn't have a lot of ammo left in the shotgun as he tries to rotate through. He's going to get the calls out from Piano, and the grenades are come flying through. He'll find the kill onto the Zofia, and he'll go for the one onto the Buck as well, but he won't be able to land the shot as the Buck's going to peek wide. He does get the down, though, onto Achieved, leaving this all up to Merc and Bio, but now Laxing is going to get felt off. Skies has to clutch out the 1v2. The impossible on the SMG-11. It looks like he's just playing time right now, maybe listening for the sound. Has one to worry about inside a freezer, and he's now given away his position, but Biologic is still on this Skylight, so it's going to be very unlikely for Skies to win this. He's got to get lucky on not only one, but 2 people here playing very passive angles. Skies going to rotate
starting to run low on time here is Skies. He does, oh no, he's unable to find Merc in the freezer there. So 4-2 scoreline going into defense for TSM. This is looking very well for Team Solo Mid, as a 4-2 scoreline definitely favors Team Solo Mid going into this defense right here, as Cafe, like I said before, tends to be more defender-sided, so we're going to have to see some really clean attacks here come out from Reciprocity if they want to have a chance to advance in the winner's bracket and play the winner of Embers versus Luminosity. So definitely a good amount on the line here for both of these teams, as you obviously want to avoid going to the loser's bracket, and the winner of this game will actually go to the finals to contend for a spot at the Raleigh Major. So a lot on the line here for both teams, and Achieved going to be 6-picking from Mozzie to Mozzie, so definitely an interesting pick to say the least here. And no Valkyrie being brought out from TSM, choosing to bring the Mozzie for their intel, which is a little interesting. Yeah.
Just a little update here.
Oh yeah, I was about to try to check that out.
2-0's Pittsburgh Embers. So they're in the final wait for the winner of this matchup.
Okay. I mean, that's not really surprising. Pittsburgh Embers did have a nice run through the bracket, as they did beat Elevate, which is, I believe, Elevate's a CL team. I think, are they still in CL, or did they keep 3/5? I can't remember. I think they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because they lost Pixel. I think they lost somebody else to a team, but either way, Pittsburgh Embers they were looking pretty good, so unfortunate they fall to Luminosity, but not surprising, as Luminosity is tied for first in Pro League right now, so yeah, this game, the winner of this game will end up facing Luminosity, so that'll definitely be an interesting game to see.
This has been a really good matchup so far, though. These two teams are definitely very evenly matched. And as we switch halves now, and it will be now winning 4 rounds of defense on Cafe. That's definitely a big bonus for TSM.
Yeah, so going into their defensive half, TSM from below, just that C4 is really pivotal, and although Laxton was only able to get 1 kill through the floor with the C4, it definitely just makes you worry about C4 if you're the attacking operators, and worry about just losing your life at any time. So about a minute has gone by so far, and the attackers have not really done much. There's probably some light drone work to clear out the roamers, figure out where they want to attack from, and find some choke points. And it looks like guys here are just going to be watching that flank on red, as Foxay is going to be contesting the cigar lounge from the windows. So yeah, just not a lot of action so far, with only a minute and a half left in the round. It looks like Reciprocity will start to make their attack happen, as they choose to go through cigar, where we see literally every single team attack. So now it's going to be a question of what they choose to do about this cigar wall, as it is reinforced here, and Sky is going to be pushing aggressively into this white hall here. Although there is one on the white stairs, as well as one close to him in the freezer, so With no thermite, Mark the Shark gonna have to use his Savannah pellets on the freezer wall, as Achieve, looking up through the floor here, might be able to find a pick, as it looks like Merc is also down below watching that new hatch balcony. So only a minute left here and not really much going on here for Reciprocity. It's like Laxing might try to go on a light flank here and catch off some of these roamers, as he is playing on the Jackal. Not really sure who he managed to track, but either way, influential right there. It looks like the freezer wall finally is opened up. Yeah, possible.
Bomb located by attackers. Swapping mags. Toxin frag.
Yeah, so anyway, it looks like with only 26 seconds left, not looking good at all here for Reciprocity, and their skies falls as well. So now with 20 seconds left in a 2 versus 5, we're gonna have to see some heroic plays here from Mark and Fox, but it looks like Mark will take even more damage as Fox is just contesting the souls, but they will be able to res skies at 20 health with only 12 seconds left here. We're gonna have to see a miracle. Merc gets one through the floor right there, and now with only 7 seconds left, Merc misses a few shots, but it doesn't matter. Bolo cleans one up on the skies before Crusher finishes it off on Fox. So a flawless round for TSM there, and they are looking really, really well polished for their cafe defenses and their cafe attacks as well. Just looking really good on this map is Team Solo Mid. And with a 5-2 scoreline, they're definitely, I'd say, in a really powerful position to go ahead and close this game on out and advance to the finals of the qualifiers in the winners bracket.
They're looking really good. Chat said that TSM would take this, and right now I'm kind of siding with them because they're looking unstoppable with all these flawless rounds that they've been coming up with.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Soldier?
He's not here.
Hello?
Never mind.
I just came back. I just came back. Oh, I thought.
Sometimes it does.
I haven't heard it. I mean, I just came back. I thought I texted in chat, but like I didn't send it.
Sounds
I
like
had to
you're
go
punching
take
your
the
mic at
camera down.
times. Razor. At times, yeah.
The chat's saying that your audio's cutting in and out. Did you fix it?
10 seconds left before insertion.
Oh, word.
5 seconds left.
Anyway, so what side are they on? Are they basement?
Attackers must
Or
locate and
reading,
defuse the bomb.
mining, basement? I have the stream muted, but somebody else can turn it.
Here, I'll tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, just probably making them waste some of their hard breach on that wall is TSM, and
Bomb located by attackers.
Retro here just gonna be on drone work, gonna maybe spot out Merc playing over by those white stairs. So it looks like TSM's going for a little bit more of a horizontal presence rather than the vertical play that we saw come out from Reciprocity. And it looks like Laxing here is just gonna take that third floor control with the Jackal, really being super effective at clearing those rumors out, and really one of the only rounds won by Team Reciprocity on defense was just due to the missed drone of Biologics there. So with the Jackal, it makes it extremely easy to clear out the rumors, and it looks like there are none. So just going for more of a horizontal presence is TSM, and looks like with about a minute and 45 seconds left, Reciprocity is going to start to put that sight emphasis, but Merc here could go for a nice flank up the stairs. However, there is one at the very top of the stairs, a nice angle being held there from outside. As Retro might be able to catch Merc, he does see him run by, but unable to catch the feet of Merc is Retro. So Merc hears the shots being fired through the barricade, so he will turn around and contest this. Getting really aggressive there is Merc onto that angle, but he will choose to fall off of it, and it looks like most of the push is coming from Bakery, but just really split up right now as Reciprocity is. They are trying to dismantle this site control from TSM, but unable to do so as Mark takes a few shots there from Mark the Shark, getting tracked by the Jackal, and they are getting a nice pinch here onto Merc that could lead to their man advantage, but Crusher here has Merc's cross through the freezer wall, so we'll be able to trade this out if anyone chooses to push through those white stairs.
Setting trace of sabotage.
TSM looking a little shook up there after 2 of those picks getting drawn out at the 30-second mark.
Yeah, they were looking a little.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't
great.
hear you that last round, but I think
I can hear
your
you
audio
now.
works now. Yeah.
They were looking a little lost in the sauce there.
That was good communication, trying to pinch out that castle, get him from behind the bar.
Yeah, so even though they made that push work really well, actually, considering the low amount of time that they had, kind of looked like Vitality just executing there at the last second. But hey, it worked out really well, and then a good round there for Reciprocity, and they really needed that round as TSM would have gone on to match point right there. So it looks like we will see Reading Room and Fireplace being chosen here by TSM. So a new site for both of these teams on this map, as we have not seen this site being chosen by any team here, and this site's definitely really interesting as it's easier. I think it's better than the mining room and train site just because it's a lot easier to rotate, and losing map control on this, like on the reading room site, isn't as terrible as losing map control up top for the train mining room site. So however, laxing here on the Jackal instead of the Buck that was being brought every single round by Achieved is definitely interesting, because that vertical pressure is going to be a little bit more difficult when all you have is that shotgun on Jackal and possibly the breach charges on any of the other operators, but still Buck does it the best for the vertical pressure, and on this site vertical pressure is pretty crucial to any team attacking, as you want to look for those picks through the floor. But it looks like here we're going to see a nice third floor setup coming out from TSM to try to make sure that they can prevent Reciprocity from just completely abusing them from upstairs through the floor. And it looks like Bolo will be on the dock here playing these long angles, so going to be interesting to see how Reciprocity chooses to deal with this third floor setup coming out from TSM.
Razors, you had a little mic mess up right there.
It was like you were in a tunnel or something like that. You were like, whoa. So looks like they plan to get the top floor clear.
Drone activated.
Shock drone going live.
Lights out. Eagles out. Enemy spotted. Third floor. Enemy located. Third floor. Enemy spotted.
Concussion ready. Move out. Entering sabotage. Stay back. Deploying shock drone.
Yeah, so with about a minute left, Reciprocity is going to have to start making this push onto site work out for them, as it looks like Crusher's going to get a little bit aggressive here onto the white stairs, as he's not sure where they're coming from. But the third floor is still being held by Bolo, so with only 55 seconds left, Bolo has pretty much already done his job up there. He's wasted 2 minutes, and they still haven't even given it up yet. So a really good job there from Bolo, as Merc gets lit up, but Bolo gets a kill there onto Skies. So not looking good here for Team Reciprocity, as they have to make this work with only 40 seconds left. Might be able to catch him vaulting. Retro does catch Merc vaulting over, as he does get a nice pick. He might get 2. No, he does not get 2. Bolo put on 25 HP, but he's doc. He can re-heal himself if he gets out of here. Laxing and Fox pick up 2, and then Biologic gets 1 onto Fox. Mark gets 1 onto Biologic before. Now it's a 1v1. Bolo versus Lax, but Lax is in the site. Lax is not in the site. Bolo's in the site, but he doesn't have diffuser. So Laxing here in a 1v1 with Bolo. He hears him juicing up to his left. Can he get the shots? No, he doesn't. Bolo cleans it up in the 1v1 versus Laxing right there. A nice clutch by Bolo right there in the 1v1.
I was kind of skeptical about like when Bolo started to heal, because like I was pretty sure like Laxon was gonna hear that, and then that would be like an opportunity for like him to like push him.
Yeah, I think he did try to push in during that time, but fell a little bit too short and
Yeah.
paid the price for it at the end. That was a great roam game though from Bolo and Merc.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
Wasted almost the whole time, and they did come down to a 2v2 though, but they Bolo closed it out at the end.
Yeah, Definitely a great roam right there from Bolo and Merc. And now going back to their primary bomb site is going to be TSM looking good to close out this round and advance to the finals where they will face Luminosity for a spot at Raleigh. So definitely two new orgs to the scene. So Luminosity and TSM both picking up these teams. Definitely, I think it shows like the growth of the Rainbow Six scene and that these tier 1 orgs are succeeding in the Rainbow Six competitive scene. So if TSM does go on to win this, I think that's definitely a good sign for the Siege team or the Siege competitive community. I think it's nice to see these newer teams and these new orgs having success in the competitive scene.
It's actually not over. They have to do this upper final, and then they got to verse the losers bracket final.
Oh really? I thought it was. No, isn't there 2 spots though? I thought there was 2 spots. So
I think there is loser bracket.
No, no, there's only 1 spot.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, you're right. I'm tripping because I know the U.S. gets 2 spots because it's the host country, but I don't think it's given to second place of the.
So they do have a chance to come back.
They got 2 more games after this.
Okay, so it's this, and then they play the winner of the loser bracket.
So all the Rec fans, it's not over yet. You guys have a chance.
Right, so Rec will go to the loser bracket. Okay, never mind. I thought that since there was 2 spots in the U.S., like for NA, that the second place team automatically get it, but I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, the Rogue got it from the minor.
No, yeah, Rogue got it from the minor, but just because the U.S. is the host country, they have an extra spot. So I'm not sure how that works, but I know that there is an extra spot for NA. But anyway, back into the game here. So it looks like we will be seeing the top floor come out from TSM, and I believe this is the exact same lineup we saw before when they previously held this site, and a little bit of a different style, a different attacking strategy being brought out here from Reciprocity, as it looks like Laxing will forego the Jackal. Unfortunately banned for the attackers, so they basically do a similar job, but kind of in a different way. So Gridlock, a really powerful operator, and I'll be curious to see how they end up using her. Yeah, only a minute left here, and we are seeing, again, like we see in the previous rounds, Reciprocity just taking a few minutes to get into high gear. Laxing, is he going to show us a new parkour spot right here? I didn't even know you could get up there, so thank you, Laxing, for showing me that exists. Anyway, Laxing
responds to good spots.
Yeah, it looks like Laxing's going to go and throw these smokes in these gridlocks, and it looks like Reciprocity might just go for a full send hash drop here. And it looks like Mark will push into the freezer here. Is he going to be able to stick this plant? No, he does get killed by Achieve, and Rook gets another one right there. So not looking good here for Reciprocity in a 5 versus 3. Make that a 5 versus 2, 4 versus 2. Tons of trades coming out here, and trades do end up going in favor of TSM. It's now a 3 versus 2 with only 18 seconds left.
Oh, Retro! Go ahead,
It's the upper finals. Upper finals, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
TSM looking good so far.
Nice game from Merc that game. 11-5.